the man eat, for crying out loud?
Oh, why's my go-to channel stop working? Why isn't everybody in green?
Mine's working.
That's weird. Mine isn't. Mine just seems to.
Oh, it's casual today.
Oh well, never mind.
Oh, mine are green, so it's working.
Yeah, weird that. Okay, let's move Zoom out of the way. Let's shut down the pop out and try it again.
Hello. Shen!
No, please,
Shen!
not that.
Play it.
Not that version.
I haven't heard it for 5 minutes.
Oh, I can't fucking sing.
Shen, you have no idea.
Yeah, so I'm going to
go. It's a nice song.
Funkel did it so much better.
There's nothing wrong with the tune.
No. How the hell?
I'll play it for you later, Pip.
You have to sing, Pip.
How'd they get the radio turned off in my house? Have that come on Planet Rock. That has me running across the kitchen going, no! Click!
I can't believe it. I can't believe I've never heard it before.
Well, you see, Planet Rock went through quite a stint. They seemed to play it all the bloody time, and it was like, no, please don't play it again. I keep getting.
Well, it came out probably about 2 years ago or something now.
Oh, at least
2 or 3 years ago.
2015. Sure.
It was 2015. Was it that long ago?
Yeah.
Really?
So, unfortunately, Planet Rock down the years has gone downhill as a digital radio station because they keep Hey.
Hey, I thought we were because someone said Gavin and Garfunkel.
I'm playing a role last couple of minutes, mate.
Gavin and Garfunkel.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
everybody's in green again. Let's fix that.
Yes,
Okay. Well.
green's a good
Okay.
colour,
What
isn't
are we up to?
Nothing. We've got nothing to say at all.
Oh, now that we're live, you got nothing to say.
We ran out.
It's always the way.
Well,
I could whistle
well,
for
there's
you.
been some derp going on.
Well,
There has been some dirt.
Derp.
the one I found just at random because I don't like to plan things, you know.
Really? I thought this was scripted down to the last minute.
Hey, it isn't so.
Yeah, I've got a stopwatch here. Yeah.
We'll get you batches for next
wait a minute,
Christmas,
Farmer.
Terry.
That laugh took a little bit too long. We'll have to edit the end of the show for that that extra second of laugh. You only allocated so many seconds of laugh to each person.
Okay, how about this then?
Yeah, okay. That'll dilute it down a bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Fred would like to discuss fishing lines.
Oh, fish on. Fish on.
Can we discuss fishing lines?
Right.
Well, we'll get to the fishing lines, but I wanted to go. I want to see what this Bev flatten level horizontal person's it's still getting into that or not. So over on Ranties, there was a bit of a discussion. So we'll play what we can see here because he's got a bit of a presentation. So excuse me.
Oh, that'll be really good then.
Cannot wait.
I don't know if it's something that he's put out on his own YouTube or not.
And put it over two lines that are greater or less than 180, I'll have an intersection, but the intersection lines will keep
confusing everybody, mate.
the intersection lines will keep going. So the birth of hyperbolic geometry was just really the destruction of the fifth postulate from Euclid. In reality, in reality,
definition?
in reality, when you look at the horizon line, you're going to see Euclid's fifth postulate, which is the horizon when we're looking at isn't two equal 180 degree straight lines. It's the optical convergence that's happening based on the resolution of our eye, creating a convergence point. At that convergence point at the horizon, there is no magnitude. It's just an optical and apparent effect. Euclid knew this, but there's no definition of angular resolution, and I think that's what the hijacking of the fifth postulate is about. Anyway, just wanted to. Oh, by the way, during the Renaissance days, the second most printed book in the world was Euclid's.
That's not level at all.
No, you should.
Besides the Bible, Bible was the
drawer.
first printed book. The second most popular was Euclid's Elements. They really didn't like the fifth postulate. And that's why you have the birth of spherical coordinates, hyperbolic geometry.
No.
Basically taking two
90
degree angles and claiming that they can curve as a straight line, which is false.
Have I got a silly bee?
Yeah, what's the real difference between Euclidean and non-Euclidean?
The basically is the fifth postulate. So the fifth postulate states that the two greater or less than 180 lines will intersect. They just carried it further. They went beyond the intersection. No, I'm not confusing anyone. I'm telling you that it's a hijacking of the fifth postulate. Euclidean is used for terrestrial measurements, ground-based measurements. The idea that didn't want flat Earth. They didn't want to use Euclid, so they needed to hijack the fifth postulate to create hyperbolic geometry. So you have now this whole concept with Descartes, which he said, yes, you can have everything locally be Euclidean, but really on the bigger scale, everything is spherical coordinates, whatever. That's basically what it is. He's this guy, or Bernard Riedman came along and said, hey, everything is locally flat, but really on the big scale, it's spherical. And that was the birth of the whole coordinate system change.
No.
But as of today, we're still using Euclidean for GPS, Euclidean for basic transportation navigation. The only grid system or evaluated large scale is using spherical coordinate systems. So it's just a combination of the fifth postulate and the hijacking of it again.
When you say spherical coordinates, what do you mean?
Okay, so Einstein, or sorry, XYZ coordinate systems.
Was that you farmers talking, or
Cartesian,
was that Ben?
Yeah.
No, it's
Euclidean,
him.
right? So when you're taking the
You had me confused for a minute.
larger section, it's like imagining small little square sections on
Not
a bigger
me,
square,
him.
on a bigger Earth. If the square is small enough, this is basically what Newton did to create calculus,
Are you
right?
doing disco ball surveyor?
No, I'm just saying what they did. They basically so everything was Euclidean. Okay, so what Newton did, they came along, and if they were going to measure a curve,
No, Newton didn't do anything.
I'm just telling you how they
I
developed.
still have no idea what the difference between Euclidean and non-Euclidean is.
Do you want me to?
I'm like, they're just saying it's not. They're just saying it's not this.
Euclidean is straight lines and angles. Spherical is saying that they can take two right angles that would create a parallel lines, but in the hyperbolic geometry, they will curve. That's all they're saying.
Dude, what
They're
are you
actually
talking
telling.
about?
They're actually telling
They
you.
said this morning, didn't they? They said that they can change the triangle from 1, 1, 1 into something else, and you were
I
like,
can't
"Well, that's
do
not
it,
a
sorry.
triangle." So that's what they've done. They've changed.
They literally have. If you listen, the demonstration is this: if I take one straight line and lay it over two straight lines, those two straight lines are going to create are parallel. They're not going to intersect. Euclid said if they are off from 180, either larger or greater, they will intersect at one point.
Dude, what are
The
you talking
thing
about?
is-
What that didn't make any sense to anyone. I'm absolutely certain.
That's the fifth postulate, dude.
It's not the fifth
Yes,
postulate.
it is. The fifth postulate is if I take one line.
In my
and head
book, I don't even have 5 postulates. I only have 3.
So the argument is over the fifth postulate of Euclid, which is the basic.
He hasn't read
argument.
much of the
My
book.
argument.
But the argument in general and how hyperbolic geometry was formed was they didn't agree that when you changed the 180 degree that the lines would intersect and it would end there.
That's hyperbolic geometry. No, not
They
one of these
hijacked-
ballers goes to hyperbolic geometry.
That's what they hijacked it from. The
You're just
originality.
confusing
No,
everybody.
the originality came from like Tchaikovsky guy, and then Riedman took it. Bernard Riedman took it and said, "Hey, it locally can be Euclidean, but larger scale it can be spherical." Basically,
Spherical geometry, then, right? So not hyperbolic.
no, but hyperbolic is the birth of it. That's the birth of that. Our fifth postulate is the birth of hyperbolic geometry. Basically, and get this, is taking the fifth postulate and claiming that two parallel lines can intersect. It isn't the end. You get multiple intersections.
The lines,
right?
dude. Stop confusing everyone.
That just go do your research, dude. That's what they tell you. Okay.
Do you want me to read it for you?
No.
No.
Bernard Riedman hijacked the fifth postulate.
Fifth postulate.
What did Bernard Riedman do then? What did Bernard Riedman do? If you're all into this stuff, Bernard Riedman is the argument we're having. Okay, this is the reason why the world.
It's the argument you've brought into a thing we were talking about horizontal.
No, I'm talking about the hijacking of the fifth postulate to convert.
Who's this other guy talking?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I've recognised the voice, but I can't place him.
You stop talking while they're talking. It's confusing, Farmer.
I don't know what you mean. the level is horizontal. What you on about? What do you mean they hijacked the fifth postulate? You've got to get it sort of in the back of the throat a little bit and be a little bit neat.
I thought Euclid had one prostate.
And who was it who said the side chat? I knew a girl once who was a postulate. Oh, it's Dave Cannabis. Yeah, I knew a girl who was a postulate. She's quite cheap, you know. These idiots. I mean, it's like arguing what the taste of Tuesday is and what does yellow smell of. I mean, it's.
Oh dear.
And he hasn't even got to the presentation part yet, because this is the lead up to it.
And did you notice that what he's drawn on his whiteboard? He used a spirit level and a laser to draw that.
That line he drew there, that was only just drawn with a ruler. He didn't have a spirit level.
But
it was
at
a
one
spirit
point
level. He just didn't look at it.
Yeah, and he had a laser projected on there, so that the tops of those two triangles, which I presume are going to display, they're supposed to be theodolites or something. He drew them using a laser line. There you go.
What's the 485 quid for?
You can actually see him right when he's done with that. He used a spirit level, and he's not.
Oh, that's a
drawn
spirit
the
level. It's a
straight
funny
line.
looking spirit level. Looks like just a ruler, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can see the bubble just near his right hand there,
Yeah.
Terry.
Right here somewhere.
Yeah. But then if you go on just a tad, just a little bit. Once he's done that, he draws his two, what I presume are going to be representing theodolites or something, or knowing him, probably not.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got a laser projected onto the whiteboard.
He draws them and then he sets the laser and rubs them out and draws them bigger.
Yeah, so he draws them, and it's like, oh no.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Something's not right here, like the line underneath that I didn't use the bubble for.
Oh yes, please, 2 sugars, and can I have some of those Garibaldis?
Yeah, I mean, at least you could have done.
He's turning into
Alan Bennett.
Oh dear. Yeah, in a bit. Come on, come on, Bev. Where's your laser? Hit
Just
me with
says
your laser beam. Bum.
Just says the 485 quid is a night out with his wife. Mates rates. Oh,
I read that.
Can I do it for a stiff handshake and a pat on the back?
Well, there we go.
There we go.
yeah.
Now he's got his laser on there, and it's like
Quite a squint as well. Or the light.
I want flat earthers with frickin' lasers.
Freaking laser beams. Right.
Wouldn't it be fun if he put his head in the road of the light as he did it?
And so that's a lot of kit just for a drawing.
There you go.
There you go.
Now, I could have drawn that freehand in 30 seconds. The spirit level and a bloody laser.
Yeah. Just drawing on both sides of the spirit level could have done that.
Oh dear.
Yeah, where do we get
on the
that?
board?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll write an A and a B on.
Yep, and it's not even flipped
Yeah,
over
done on
backwards.
another one.
Yeah, that's because you're not looking at it on my screen. Right. Got A.
So is that Bev?
That's Bev.
A.
It doesn't
we've
look like
got
what
here.
it sounds like.
Auto.
That's an A, children.
And then
Just so you wanted to know. A.
Not a very good B, is it?
It's
You can see that?
bit of a poor B.
Yep. The lever goes on a tripod, goes there, sets up, and it's looking this way. It gets set up, it's horizontal line of sight, and it's in this direction. Because we're doing this on a canal, because it's easy, because they're quite it's levelish. I've got these things.
Levelish.
Levelish.
A large rod. that I can
What's
drive
the
into
expected
the
error
ground,
margin
and
here?
it's got
I wish there was closed captions
These
for this
nuts.
farmer, because you could just read it out while he's doing it.
I can alter the height of this.
What do you mean?
So
I've
when
just
it
got to
goes
talk
in
in
the
this voice for
ground,
the rest of the
This
morning.
height here can be set that we can put the measuring rod. I've got one here.
Christ almighty.
She looks like she's been a heavy metal
Measuring
band, but
rod.
that voice can have it.
Right?
I know.
Goes on top of there. On top of
Hello,
that bit.
Donington.
Yeah, we
So
know
that
how to
when
do
you look
surveying.
through
See,
the
not-
level,
Everyone should know
yeah.
how to do that.
You measure let's say a meter. Let's say, right, so 1 meter. So where's me?
Go a foot, Bev. I like feet. 1 foot, maybe, no?
My
No, sorry,
I do,
we're metric
centimetre
over here, Spurs.
on my.
To just go with the meter. Just go with the
Oh,
meter.
let's
it's
go with
fine.
the meter.
We bang the rod in. We bang this rod in, right?
With a hammer?
Here and here. We adjust this bit
If I had a hammer.
so that when we're looking through the level, and we look at
I'd
this
be
point
suggesting
here,
if he wants to bang
it
that rod in to
reads
hold the
on the
bloody
measuring stick
staff
1
up,
meter.
he might want to use
Right.
a piece of Rio. Probably 12
So without
mil Rio
moving
would be
this,
enough,
we
but
come
not
to
that
this
little
point.
rod
So
that he's
this
got.
one here, let's say
He's got a bit of drop rod,
distance in
hasn't he?
between these here,
Yeah.
that's 33 meters.
He's got some
And
drop
the
rod he's
distance
flagged
to
off the
this
building
one
site.
from the start, 66 meters. And then the distance to this one, 99 meters. Yeah?
Yeah.
You got that?
Yeah.
So we do the same. We get 3 of these.
Is that the only
Whack
thing
them
he's
in.
got right? He's able to
Do the
add
same.
up by
Boom,
adding
boom,
33 to...
Right. Rack it in. We put the level
So
on.
far,
So the
yeah.
level's now looking. And we mark all of these lines here. That's a meter. We get that one to read a meter. And we get that one to read a meter. So all of those measurements read 1 meter when we've locked all of these positions in here that this goes
What
on.
is the ground?
rod
What is the
light
ground
lies on
level?
that. We've tightened it up and locked it. That all of these measurements are the same. Then what you do is you take your level, and these would be classed as foresights, and then you move your level to the other end, and then you're looking back. So you set the level up now to be level, and then look back on these. Now, obviously, because this height here, this may be different to here. That may be a different height, but every measurement that we take on this back sight will be the same, or should be the same, right? If this is a horizontal here, and we've set these to read the same number,
there's Alan's phone call.
we get the back sight and we look through and we check, are they the same number? Now, if they are, and you understand Euclid, and look up the 12th proposition of Euclid's Euclid's Elements, Book 1, you will find that there is a proposition that ends up saying that 2 straight lines cannot share a common segment. Now, this line here shares this segment and this segment. It shares all of them with this one. If all of these numbers are the same on the back sight as they are on the foresight, then this line here is a horizontal line that is shared. And you can just keep transposing this along, make it a horizontal line.
Yeah, so, Bev, if the Earth is curving, what should we expect to see?
Well, obviously, you could, if you set that up and all of these are adjusted accordingly, so all of them would be the same height, right? Because you're adjusting them. When you came here to reset this horizontal, according to them, on the model that they predict, we got a level. This one should be at that sort of angle, right? It should go upwards.
No.
That's not a slope, Bev.
Not 100
We're looking for,
meters.
the drop, no?
Well, it would be, according to them, the readings for the horizontals intersect at a midpoint, don't they? At a higher midpoint. They intersect there and there.
Yeah.
But we're saying it's a horizontal. Like the tool.
It's not going to achieve anything
it's
over
a
100
level that
meters.
establishes
No.
a horizontal line. Now, Jesse Kozlowski says that if you measure this line horizontal for a mile, then the water level drops at 8 inches at the other end of it.
The water
Which
level
it would
drops
do on
away
a
from the
globe, right?
horizontal.
Yeah.
Sorry, clearly. On a globe, it would do, right?
Has
I don't
he
know on
told
the globe.
anyone what
No,
brand
no,
his
the water
dumpy level
stays
is?
horizontal. So
Per
the-
chance?
You can play little mind games. What
So,
would
so
happen
Bev,
when
I
they
think this is
imagine-
Bev, this is the issue. If on a globe, they would say that is level. All of those are level because the forces are acting on it. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
but
how
what-
they're saying.
What he's saying here is that he's going to level it from one side to the other in increments, and then he's going to go to the other, and he's just going to look back along the line of it and see whether or not it's a straight line and they all match up, or whether there's any deviance between the two.
It's just
Yeah,
straight.
two straight. Let me can I say this one thing? That two straight lines cannot share the same line segment. Therefore, it's one single line. It's one horizontal line because it's
Yes, but
overlapped.
is that line curving around the globe, or is it straight on a flat plane?
Well, I guess we'll
Because
find
remember-
out. I guess we'll find that out tomorrow, won't we? When he does the test.
No, Ranty.
Chemo, you're talking about an equipotential surface.
That's not the case, Ranty. They won't find it because remember, Geminet will say, well, yeah, it's level because it's acting with all the forces that are at play here. So of course it's level. To them, level is curved.
I don't
right?
think you're understanding the test.
Okay. This is not an equipotential surface.
None
This
of
is
them
not
are.
a round ball where
Do you know what
there's
the
equal
difference is
distance.
when
This
you
is a
see
horizontal
at 100
single
degrees?
line.
7.8
It doesn't
times
curve.
Terry,
10
can
are
you
you?
just pause there for a moment?
Alan?
So
7.8 times 10 to the 7.8 times 10 to the minus 4 meters over 100 meters.
Yeah, it
That's-
wouldn't be able to measure it.
That's
Yeah, but-
0.78 millimeters.
and the beauty of that number there that you've got, after I just did a little bit of Googling and actually found the exact model of auto level that he's got. It happens to be a Bosch auto level. And its accuracy as we go down into its specifications says that it's accurate to 1 millimeter at 30 meters.
So it's not accurate enough to pick this up over 100 meters anyway.
It's only got a working range of 120 meters.
Oh dear. Yeah, I'm still not convinced that this guy's as stupid as he makes out. I'm still erring towards the side that he's fully aware of what he's doing.
Well, like the level itself. So hang on, it's
like his water level test. That all of his diagrams of these multiple tubes all crisscrossing and doing this, that, and the other, and not once is he saying he's actually going to view along the length of it because he knows what that will show.
Well, it's 160 pound, 325 Australian dollar auto level.
Yeah.
So it's not a cheap one.
No.
It's far from an expensive one. For it's designed for nothing more than house blocks.
Yeah.
That's what it's designed for making sure a fence is straight, making sure that for someone that knows how to actually read the plans to make sure that they put the fence in the right position and stuff
Correct.
like that.
Yeah, because that sort of thing, a millimeter over 30 meters is perfectly adequate.
Yeah, dumpy levels don't have to be expensive because they're not made to actually measure angles.
No.
They're just there to create a horizontal reference. That's basically it.
Yep.
So
yeah, because that's perfectly adequate for when you're building houses and things.
Yeah.
Wrong tool for the purpose, for starters.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's perfectly the right tool for the purpose.
Just like a laser level, it's a perfect tool for drawing black lines on a whiteboard.
yeah.
What do you need?
Any more?
Everything to them is curving around the ball. Everything.
Well, we don't care what they think.
So you're going to have these. They'll already do this. So you're going to have these poles set up all for one straight mile, all on a straight line. They're all going to be straight at the top, or at some point at the pole will be all straight, and then.
Wait, sorry. Wait, are you asking me at the minute now?
Yeah.
Well, that's 33 meters, 66 meters, and 99 meters ish.
So you're not going as far as a mile? That's what I'm asking.
No, not for this time. This is the straight line check, right? To get people to understand that when a surveyor uses a level that finds a horizontal, that elevation doesn't change, right? It checks elevation changes from that horizontal. That's what the tool does. So this is just to show. I mean, like a surveyor wouldn't need to take those 3 points to prove it's a straight line. He'd just take the end point. right, and transposes level all the way. I mean, you wouldn't expect a surveyor to go, well, take the middle point and that other point there as well, and do that, and make sure it's a straight line when you're doing it.
But it's
I
kind of a
must
yes
say,
or
Bev,
no.
Chemo has a point here. They're going to say
Oh, it's
exactly
our
what
old
he just
favourite.
said.
Yeah, I know what they're going to say, right? But this test proves that it is a straight line.
What does it matter
Basically,
what a globe head thinks?
with your
Why does it
hold on,
matter?
No, we're
Last point.
anticipating there. You're
know
right.
you're
You guys are
proving-
right, but
Why does
Yeah,
it
last
matter?
point.
what
gotta
Last point,
talk
Bev,
over
Bev,
Jerry
it's
Ford.
not about the line being straight. We know that a line is straight. To them, we need to know: does the Earth drop below that straight line?
Okay, well, first of
Bev,
all,
you know
step
what you're doing? Bev, you know what
first,
you're doing?
First of
You're
all,
doing is
step
you're
Okay,
one
listen,
is-
one at a time.
I know what you guys are doing is, which is correct, but you have to distinguish the correctness by stating what geometry are we looking at here? Are we looking
Euclidean
exactly
geometry, right? I've said that many times.
So you
I've
have
even
to,
give you the
we already know
proposition.
that. I agree with you. I'm on your side. I'm just
Okay.
saying they are going to want to cross that Euclidean into the spherical thing. So you have to say, at what point do we cross into spherical? At what point does a surveyor go from Euclidean into that? You have to. It's the
Never.
same thing.
Okay.
Exactly. I get it. I understand. But that's the problem. They want to go always
No,
into that
the
mode.
problem is you trying to accommodate what they're going to say.
No, I want to show the hijacking again.
They're just going to take whatever you say, right?
No, because what
They
they're
will.
doing, because what they're doing is they're telling you, and here, if you do me a favor, you can draw this out as an example of my argument. Is if we were to draw like a bird's eye view of a hallway, and we have two positions, one of the observers seeing the convergence points of the hallway, but then the bird's eye view seeing the total length of the hallway. They're claiming that these lines will actually converge and continue on past the intersection point, right? This is what they're claiming. This is how you get parallel lines to intersect.
Can I just say one thing? Why are we concerned about what globe heads think? We're not talking to them. We're talking to normal people.
Sorry, did Flat Earth Data, did you just say that that parallel lines intersect? That's how you get parallel lines to intersect. Did you just say that?
So the hyperbolic or spherical geometry.
Did you just say that that's how you get parallel lines to intersect?
By claiming parallel lines intersecting at multiple locations is how they get the sphere.
Yeah, you're absolutely crazy if you claim parallel lines intersect. I'll tell you that.
That's the whole argument with the fifth postulate, my friend. So the point is...
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. It's the whole argument.
It's not.
Yes, okay, so their argument is...
No, the negation of parallel lines don't intersect.
I get it. That's Euclid's fifth
There are
postulate.
no parallel lines
intersecting. That's Euclid saying that. Yes, and they hated that.
No,
idea.
listen, let me say it again. I'll say it again. The one that you say that says parallel lines don't intersect is actually a definition, not a postulate.
Okay, so
or an axiom, right?
That's the first time he's been right.
The negation in non-Euclidean geometry is there are no parallel lines.
No, they're saying that parallel lines can converge.
Yeah, fight the flat Earth. Flat Earth says that parallel lines can intersect. Fight the flat Earth also says that straight lines can curve. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Don't even accommodate them. Just say you're mental, mate.
That's where they're wrong, because at which point do you switch? You see, when you're using Euclidean tools, you never switch to that concept. You don't go to parallel lines can intersect. Ask him, when do you go in? He's already there. So tell him, how do we get you out of there to understand Euclidean? Because you're already
helping.
Yeah,
on the surface of a sphere, parallel lines intersect. Flat Earth Data's absolutely right when he said about the fifth postulate.
On the surface of a sphere?
On the surface of a sphere, if you draw two parallel lines that intersect, Flat Earth Data is absolutely correct. You don't know what you're talking about.
Spherical geometry, there are no parallel lines.
I'm trying to tell you their argument.
The fifth postulate, as Flat Earth Data said,
Just shut
parallel
up.
lines intersect on the draw two
But
straight
listen,
lines
Rumpus,
on the
Rumpus,
surface of a sphere. Hold
Rumpus,
on. If
here's
you
the
try
thing.
drawing, hold on.
Here's the
Get
thing.
a football.
Rumpus,
Get a
here's the
football.
thing.
Hold on. Let me
Back
finish.
then,
Let
they
me
already
finish.
knew.
Let me
Back
finish.
Just it's good to see that the flat Earth have the same problem with Rumpus that we do. Just saying.
Could I just add here that the argument over the fifth postulate? I hate to say it, but I think you'll find that Bev is correct.
Don't say that.
Sorry,
it's actually
the fifth
on the internal
postulate is
chat.
known as the parallel postulate, and it states that if a line segment intersects two straight lines, forming the interior angles on the same side that sum to less than two right angles, so that immediately means that they're not parallel, then the two lines, if extended indefinitely, meet on that side on which the angles sum than to less than two right angles. So basically, if you draw a horizontal line and then you draw two lines nearly vertically that cross it, and I say nearly vertical because they mustn't be parallel, then at some point in the distance, those two lines will meet and cross. That is Euclid's fifth postulate, known as the parallel postulate. And they are not two parallel lines. That's what he's saying. He's saying if they're not parallel, at some point they will meet. Two parallel lines can't cross each other. Because if they do, they're not parallel.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter whether you draw it on a flat plane or you draw it on a sphere. If they're parallel, by definition, they cannot cross.
True.
So I don't know what they're arguing about, to be honest.
Can we mark that up on the wall?
Oh, hang on a minute. I'll
Bev-
get
Bev's
my
got something right.
Sorry, Pip, do you not like that voice?
Does it not agree with you?
No, it's not.
Just think of him as Alan Bennett asking for
I don't
another
like,
Garibaldi.
Alan Bennett.
No, I don't like Alan Bennett either, but he does sound a lot like it. Oh, he sounds a lot like Alan
I
Bennett.
just can't get to grips with that face and that voice. They don't go.
I know they don't, do they? And yet, bizarrely, when we saw Brian Leakey yesterday, when he came on camera with no top on, the awful haircut and the gold chain, it was like, yep, that's Brian. Oh dear. Yeah, so I don't know what even Rumpus. So where does he get this? If you draw two parallel lines on the sphere, they're going to meet. No, they're not, because if they meet, they're not parallel. I mean, if you look at the Earth and you look at the equator and the Tropic of Cancer,
Yeah, well,
they're two parallel lines. Do they ever meet?
It's the old story, farmers. So if I ran a train track from here all the way to around the Earth and back again,
yes,
are those two railway lines going to meet?
No,
because they're parallel.
No, of course they're not.
So
not if you've laid the track properly, anyway.
That's correct. if your dumpy level isn't inaccurate.
If they meet, you've got problems and a derailment.
The thing is, in non-Euclidean space, those parallel lines aren't straight lines.
That's true.
Yeah, but this is the thing: two straight parallel lines, they can't ever meet, can they?
Well, speaking of lines, I've got another one here from who is it? From Brian Leakey.
Are you going to show us Brian Leakey naked?
I don't know where to start on this. So
you can't have straight parallel lines in anything other than Euclidean space.
Yeah, and that's Bev's argument, because that's all he ever argues about is Euclidean geometry.
Yeah,
that's his
right.
thing.
Yeah.
Morning, Blue.
There are Blues out there somewhere.
Oh, Blue's out there. Bandy's out there.
I'm only guessing here where this could start.
I gave up.
That's a good
to me, it doesn't prove constellations. If you take
perception, don't go back too far.
Oh, okay.
I still know that we're, you know,
Give us
I
too much
still think we
diversity,
should, you know, call out some of the bullshit that's going on around us, you know, as far as like NASA trying to get some disclosure. That's still my site, but I'm not going to lie.
I'm curious. No, I'm curious, Brian. When you say if that gives you the demonstration like the opposite view, you say you're going to switch sides. What do you mean? What is going to happen? You switch sides. What does that imply? What will you do? What
Well,
will
I'm not good at being quiet, man. I don't expect anybody to trust me, but I'll give them the test that they can do. Look, I'm saying that like the water's curving down. Personally, I would bet just about everything I got that it won't, but it might. So I got to consider that fact that it might. I think everybody should come in with an open mind like that. I understand a little bit of bias, but the reason I'm biased toward the flat Earth.
I thought he was going to get into a test or something.
Yeah, he does.
You're only half an hour in.
Yeah.
Well, there's Farmer.
What will be your take? What is your switch side?
You sound pretty sure like it's gonna be a curve, man. I'm gonna take a pool, man. See if anybody wants to put up, man. I'll match anybody $100 up to 100 people. I'll match $100.
Well, the
I'll take any bet.
Brian, how are you going to set
I'm not gonna bet my house.
Your vertical
This is the only way to
Brian.
This is the only way to do it. This is the only way to do it that gets rid of refraction, and it also gets rid of leapfrogging around a globe. This is the only way to do it. Period.
Vertical datum, Brian, please. How are you going to set it?
I'm going point. Instead of leapfrogging point to point and back checking. Okay, because you could argue. Hold on, listen. You could argue. I'll get to your question with your datums. Okay, I'm gonna have 3 in the ground at all times. I'm not worried about vertical datums. That's bullshit, dude. What I'm gonna do? Yes, it is, man. I can calculate vertical datums as I go. If I come up with a 6-foot elevation, if I come up with a 6-foot higher benchmark after 3 miles, then I can assign vertical datums just like they have done. What I want to see is if the Earth is curving, and this is the only way to do it. You can't do it the way planar surveys do it. You can't do it the way geodetic surveyors will do it. This is the only way, dude. But it's going to be tedious, crazy shit.
Yeah.
So this orthographic projection you're going to be doing, is it the cartographical orthographic projection or the geometrical orthographic projection?
You haven't thought that far. Sorry,
I'm
dude.
setting 4 stakes. Okay, I'm going 2 foot
That's
high
not
with
that far
4
ahead.
stakes. Okay, I'm setting 4 stakes. That way they can't curve. That's not even possible.
So how is that in any way, shape, or form orthographic then?
Because instead of getting behind my instrument and looking down the coastline at my finishing spot, which is at 3 miles, I'm going to be at the top of the beach shooting down toward the shore. So my 3-mile line of stakes is going to be an orthographic view of a tangent. Do you understand that, man? How? Okay, if you take a tangent line and you look at it from the side, we call that orthographic. Okay.
Throw it, Brian.
Sorry to get aggravated, man, but I know you understand what I'm saying.
You're not looking at it orthographically, are you? Orthographic comes later.
Well,
the
you
whole
sound
point
scared.
of orthographic projection is it's a parallel projection, and it removes all effects of perspective.
They say that the professional surveyors can get within a millimeter a mile. I can't. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Brian. I'm looking at a car right now, orthographic view. So now I'm looking at the 2 passenger door to the driver and the passenger door, and I'm looking at the 2 tires on the side. That's an orthographic view. I look from the top.
Yep.
That's the top view. That's the first view.
well.
But
Yeah,
orthographic
side
is looking at it sideways, and I'm not above the car. I'm like right in front of it.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm setting the stakes along the shoreline, and I'm going to be looking at the stakes from the top of the beach. And you know, we're going to see what this does. But
when you say from the top, I'm at the top of the beach. You're having a top view.
No, I meant away from the water. My bad. I went away from the water.
I hope he's taking a barbecue if he's taking steaks to the beach.
The beach away from the water. Maybe no more than 200. No less than 100. I'm gonna have to work out the details when I get there, depending on how much room I have.
So, are you gonna establish a zenith at 1
end of this and then extend that horizontal?
Yeah, I'm just going to extend the tangent line starting at the beginning. And see, here's the thing with the margin of error, it's not going to increase exponentially. In other words, if you did overlapping string lines and you were off a little bit at the beginning with your angle, then it would be way, way off at the end. Same thing with refraction. If it was a little bit of refraction, you know, for the further you look, the worse it's going to be, right? So what I'm doing is I'm going from the side. Point is the margin of error will vary both up and down. So it should equate, but I can't do it as good as some of them surveyors claim they could get in a mile. I'm not claiming that, but I can get within a few inches in a mile with my auto level. And so that's why I want to go at least 3 miles to make sure, man. I've tried it before. I come up short. I'm not coming up short this time, man.
I got a great test for you. You go to the ocean, and if you can get a westerly view of the sun setting on the ocean, that disproves flat Earth and actually proves a sphere. What do you think about that?
I don't care about any of that.
What about the 2 celestial points and arc star trails over your head at your zenith at the equator?
Yeah, if you want to start arguing stars, man, then I'm gonna tell you, dude, that looking at the equatorial star trails means there's 2 separate. There's actual deviation. That means there's 2 separate star trails. There could be 3. You never know because they're equatorial. There are constellations.
What? How many star trails?
Could be 4.
Well, I think what he's referring to is when you look at these images they take of star trails when they're on the equator, and you can see that the northern hemisphere ones are going one way and the southern hemisphere are going the other. He sees them as 2 completely separate star trails. They're two sets of deviations, as he calls it. And then he says, I don't know, there could be 3. What? How can there be 3? There's not even 2. It's 1. You're just. Oh. I struggle. I really do. Not as much as him though.
Does he get into any more derp after
that? Yeah. At some point, I don't know whether we've been past it yet, but he mentions the circle of sight.
Oh no!
Oh, that's right. Cameras have a circle of sight, and we all just sort of went, "What?"
He's not getting confused with the Lion King, is he?
Could be.
It's the circle of life. He's got it all wrong.
Closed captions. This should make it fun.
About 100 feet up the beach, away from the water. Maybe no more than 200, no less than 100. I'm gonna have to work out the details when I get there, depending on how much room I have.
So, are you gonna establish a zenith at one end of this and then extend that?
I already had that. Already had that bit.
Of error, overlapping. The worse it's going to be of error. Do it. It's as good as some of them surveyors claim they could get in a mile. I'm not claiming that, but I can get within a few inches. I want to go at least this time, man.
I got a great test for you. You go to the ocean, and if you can get a westerly view of the sphere, what do you think?
You want to start arguing stars, man? Then I'm gonna tell you, there's actual deviation. That means there's 2 separate star trails. There could be 3. You never know because they're equatorial. There are constellations, equatorial constellations that are visible all year round from Earth. Maybe not the same spot, but if we're looking at the sun, if you want to bring up stars,
Jesus.
Did you pick up on that? That's like Riley's. There's an eclipse somewhere in space all the time.
Every month.
Or every month, yeah.
Every month.
Yeah, Big Blue's on his way.
Oh, you let him in, did you?
Yeah.
Blue.
Sorry, Blue.
What did I do?
Sorry, Blue.
We're gonna put you through this again.
Oh God.
Not my fault.
You're debunking the globe, but I'm not going to give up on it. I'm going to be fair. Look, if you can see a star trail from the equator all year round, then that doesn't make sense on a globe because if you're looking away from the sun to see a constellation, and then 6 months later you're on the other side of the sun looking in a whole different direction out into the space, and you can still see it from another point on Earth, then common sense tells you you can't be on a globe, but I'll give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a fighting chance. That's all I can do.
Hey Brian, where's
Brian, what about
Orion right now?
the seasonal stars? What about the seasonal stars? Why do we have those in our sky?
Yeah,
You know
Brian,
anything
where's
about that?
Orion right now?
Bob, what's that got to do with? Why don't you respond to Orion?
Just
is,
pause there
I
at the
don't-
moment, Terry. So I actually heard this bit last night, and because I was on my phone and I'm too lazy to type in Bob's name on my phone, I was going to tell him that out my window right now I can see Orion because I thought it deserved the shit stir, and that's just it. We can see Orion late in the evening. I think it's about 10 o'clock at night or something. It's rising at the moment, but we can see Orion at the moment.
Yeah, I can't remember if I can see Orion at all at the minute or not.
No, I don't think we can, Alan. I think it's in the daytime.
Yeah, I think you would. I think you'd see it during the daytime. I'm not too sure.
It's delirium. I want to have a look.
And the Milky Way. We're out in the country, mate. No worries.
It's delirium. Let's see.
And kind of game how you're saying 6 month difference, you should see different stars or whatever. Maybe the stellarium is accepted in the sphere Earth model, so go ahead and play with it and do 6 month increments and see if all the same stars are in the sky. Maybe you should do that.
Now I know they change, man, but the point is they're viewed somewhere on Earth. So, like I said, man, if you are exactly opposite the sun, I mean, I'll say, man, there's a chance there's some kind of way that the angles are. I mean, it's unlikely, but I'll keep my mind open to everything, man. I'll check it out. But to me, if he wants to bring up star trails, to me it doesn't prove globe Earth or a flat Earth, man. To me, it doesn't work either way.
It's one of the best evidence.
To see the shape of the Earth, we got to measure the curve. There's only one way to measure this curve without bias, and this is how I'm going to do it. So I might be surprised. I don't think I will be, but I might be.
Larry, do you understand what he's talking about?
About 3 foot, man.
Did you hear that, Larry?
I only just tuned in.
Okay. Can you explain to Larry, since he's a seasoned veteran of surveying, can you ask him or actually explain your orthographic test to him? Because I still don't understand it.
If Jose's on my channel, man, it's like the next, not the last video or the last one before that, but it's like third from the last video. It's like about 5 minutes, and it just gives a little demonstration of my concept. And it's pretty much, I'm going to set up 4 stakes along the coastline here at the beach. I was trying to find a lake, but if I find one better, I'll do it. But right now, the beach is the best thing I got to go off of.
I think we should have looked at his actual video.
Let me click on.
I think we should have looked at actually one of his last video, maybe if he's got one out. I haven't got his channel off the top of your head here.
I think we did look at one of them. I can't remember now.
Has he got the one with the fishing line, or is that in this? Is that in here? He talks about fishing line, or is that something else?
He starts doing it in here, Terry, I think.
It's not this one, is it?
Yes, that's him doing it down the road.
Oh yeah, that was the bit at which he started doing that and then he just disappeared, dropped off the hangout.
Okay.
About 500 feet, which is about 200 feet less than what it is. There's the flags, and I'm gonna tighten it up. It's already straight. I don't know if you can see these flags.
I was waiting for a car to drive down the road right now.
Yeah. Drive down the road and then turn into one of those drives.
He
Strung the line
blocked
across.
the phone camera, or he got it behind something. It's black screen right now. There you go. Yeah.
How come none of these flurfers know how to use the camera?
Oh, don't.
No, he's good. He's got it.
Sure. Crikey.
Just in this moment, Tusk, I DM'd you on Discord, by the way.
Right, I'll check that in a minute then.
Oh, get a room.
Join me.
Good old Timmy. Timmy.
I just looked on Stellarium, and if you look south-southwest and switch the sun off, you'll see Orion.
Oh, cool. I'll just go and turn the sun off.
Yeah, I was just going to say. No, we don't have to turn the sun off. It's dark
Because
outside.
He's got some.
It's a little bright here at the
sorry
moment. The cloud's
sap
very
with him.
patchy, so I could do a turning
I
it
feel
off.
bad for that guy.
I'm trying to get a screenshot, but it's not working.
We see your camera, but we don't hear you. You got your microphone off, Brian. I got you pinned on the stream, so everybody can see your.
Man, this fucking truck, dude. This truck is right next to me. It's loud as shit, man. Everything's gonna be all right. Y'all carry on, man. Give me about 20 minutes. I'll set up auto level.
Yeah. Leave the camera on and move it around so we can see. You have to tell us, but we just want to see the setup.
Hang on, he's got it across the road. Somebody's gonna
Turn
come
your
out of
phone
the
around the other way. You
It's so bright, man.
That's what I was just thinking.
We kept
Carlos.
telling him to put it into a landscape mode, but he weren't listening.
Watch the city come by and like, hey, what are you doing?
I'm gonna see if somebody on a motorcycle just drive by and get clipped.
My son's about to walk down the road with his hand right next to the flags. Get on that side.
Brian,
stop covering up the camera with your thumb.
No, it's good. It's good. We see everything.
Wait, that's not the test. You're not going to have your son with his hand and go, look, it's level.
Look at the little hanging flag right there. Yeah, that's a guide, so we know where the line is.
Yes, I missed all
Are
this
we
bit.
making YouTube history here?
Yes.
Tell me this isn't the test. Somebody walking down and going, yeah, it's flat. Come on.
Brian.
This must have been when my son turned up in my car yesterday.
Hey guys,
take a knee.
Let it play out by
So the really interesting fact here is, so when the surveyors actually
let's
did
relax.
the line
there
to
you
put
go.
this
We
road
see
in,
a little bit of something. We saw a little something. Yeah.
Level it out. You're pointing up.
Yeah, but I mean, he cannot get the camera. I mean, the line is on the way. We're gonna see the orthographic view now, so waiting for it.
As if you can see the fishing line at that distance.
No, it's good. History's been made in real time. Let's relax,
You can't
everybody.
fit all of
Please
that in an
let it play out.
Especially in portrait mode too.
This is impossible, man. It's too bright. Hey, it's too bright out here, man. This is impossible. I'm gonna have to just get my instrument. Bear with me.
We're hanging there. This is like
that's
Angel,
right.
you got
He
it.
bailed
This
out
is like
not long
watching the moon landing, science in real time.
Where's Walter Cronkite?
Eagle has landed.
Contact line.
There's a tree in the road.
I'm going to the sporting goods. I'm going to sporting goods right now and buy some fishing line.
John, that is a beauty of a sword, mate.
So I've missed most of this because my lad just sent a car from the garage. Has he achieved anything?
No.
Thought so.
He's got his son walking down
he
the
managed
line.
to move his thumb away from the
He's walking
camera a
line.
few times.
But yeah, because he's got his son walking down with his hand on it to prove that it's flat, as far as I can tell. Now he's saying it's
Big
too
shout out-
bright and he has to go and
Big
get
shout out,
it.
big shout out to WS. WS, my address for what? You're gonna send me a little goodie?
Brian,
Watch it and we can see it in action. Beautiful.
That's horizontal.
Genius.
That's there for when Bev turns up and says level is horizontal.
Okay, Jose, can you see that these three soda boxes? Can you see that
Yes,
these
sir.
three soda boxes? There's
I see one.
There's a green
One.
one down by the tree. There's a blue one in the middle.
Yeah. No, sorry, Bob.
And
We
then I'm
couldn't.
right
Your camera
at
was too low.
Another blue Pepsi box. Can you guys see all three of them that they're lined up?
No, I can't. I only see the blue
the first
Pepsi
one.
box.
Yeah, can I see the
All right.
first one?
How about the second one there? Can you see the second one in the distance? It's
No.
it's blue and red.
If I squint real hard, maybe. It's
All right, I'm
disappearing
sorry
from the
this
bottom.
isn't better. And then down by that tree, there's a green one right at the base. So in other words, they're all level. And I've
Well, at
leveled
least
them
Bob's got his
against each
camera
other.
around the
So
right
we've
way.
got 3 points here.
Yeah, that helps.
And I've got some spider wire here.
I have spider wire.
I don't know.
How do we know that's your feed, Bob?
You don't. You have to assume
Presuppose.
because the Illuminati wants you
CGI.
to. So
We
what we're
have
going
to
to do
presuppose that they're his feet.
Hold on, let Bob talk so he can camera can come up.
is we're doing a real tight stretch on this wire. And this is really high test fishing line. And here is the box in the center. And that's only 100 feet. And there's still a sag. So that's how long it takes to do that. I don't know what Brian's going crazy over, but it just takes a few minutes to do it. And that's 100 feet. That's actually 75 feet, but still sags.
By the way, I went back in the video, and when he first announced it, it's been like an hour and a half since then, at least.
It's good. It's good.
Means he's noticed sag, and he's doing his best to hide the damn thing.
Yeah.
So we got a big audience. 161 people waiting for it.
You can't rush science. Give the guy a break.
No.
Why Bob did?
Let's see a few more thumbs, eh? We've got 100 and watching. Okay, who dropped? Come on.
I don't think he comes back after that, by the look of it.
He doesn't. He didn't come. Brian didn't come back at all.
He went to.
He disappeared into the ether. Bam.
Travis took a picture of him and he just disappeared.
Yeah. Things do that when Travis takes photos of them.
Do you think we can squeeze one more out?
I beg your pardon. Oh, Christ, you don't want some more special sauce, do you? Bloody hell.
Stop it, farmers. Save yourself.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was talking about a video.
Some of us know what I'm talking about.
We don't need no farmers special sauce around here.
That's not what Global Mum said last night.
True.
Oh dear. Anyway, yeah, sorry, Terry. That's a joke from the last hangout that seems to have carried across.
As they do.
As they do.
Okay, on the stopwatch, you spent 5 seconds over the allocated time for that joke, so that'll have to come off at the end of the show.
Oh, I do apologise.
Oh God.
And I've edited, and everyone has to edit their laugh. If Farmers wants to give us an example of how you have to laugh now.
That's it. That's all you're allowed. No! Oh, I watched this over breakfast this morning. It nearly ended up across my laptop.
Well, at least it's only 5 minutes, so we don't have to stop it. We can just rip the Band-Aid off and just let it go through.
Go for it. Yeah, Everett always has a little musical intro. There we go.
Getting a bit sweaty. Maybe it's.
This arm got fleas.
Than I thought. Holy damn! It's getting hot in here. What is this? I thought it was cool.
It's summer.
Oh, it's
I'll
getting
put closed captions on.
I am starting to get sticky here. This is annoying.
I looked back at one of his videos one time. Somebody was showing one, and it was from several years back. And I swear, I looked at it, but no, it was the other way around. The story. Sorry, it was actually. I thought the video was recent, and it wasn't. It was from several years back, and it's identical. The room, his hairstyle,
Yes.
clothes,
Yes.
everything.
He never changes. Nothing ever changes. The crossbow's always on the wall or whatever it is. Everything is
Curtains
always
in the same place, and chairs in the same place.
Thank God it's like says, my hero.
Oh,
You
dear.
need
That
a
says
light.
it all.
Thank you for the 99-cent super chat donation, good sir.
99 cents.
You know, people are already
That's the
probably
smallest you
quite
can do.
confused, maybe even pissed off at me that I dare to say that the sun is not an object.
Oh! Okay! In that case, do you think you could elaborate?
If you're going to have some physicality assumption bias, well, it seems to me much more like the sun basically has these sunspots on a giant strip behind the hole, and it just moves like this. It doesn't move like this. Because if it moves like this, then yeah, the angular speeds of the dots changes and all that. It doesn't. It moves like this. This. Not like this.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You have the sun disk, the apparent disk, sunspot. They move like this. As if they were a plate behind the sun hole, just for arguing's sake, moving just like that. No. They don't move like this.
Oh, I get it. I get jokes.
If you're just here to assert the freaking sun is a globe no matter what, then you can just get the fuck out.
Terry.
So...
Pause, Terry.
Pause, Terry. Has he never seen any of the medieval clocks scattered in all those old buildings all across Europe that all pretty much have cylindrical or spherical items behind the apertures so that they can rotate and have repeating stuff happen over and over again?
Well, he's clearly never watched a video, a time lapse of the rotating sun, because otherwise he wouldn't be making the assertion that he's making.
Well, yeah, Paul, we know that. I mean, and also the fact that, of course, that I don't know, the angles that the sunspots appear on the face of the Earth changes depending on where you happen to be on the planet in relation to other people who are observing at the same time.
So I think it's a good time to point out that Arwen has just invented the projector.
Yes, he has, hasn't he?
He's just invented the projector. So well done, Arwen. Kudos.
And the sun has a hole.
The sun, no, it's the sun hole.
A sun hole. Oh dear.
Right up the sun hole.
So that puts a different meaning to the word moon hole. Okay.
Onwards. Yeah, even if it just seemed like, oh, it must be a ball, it must be a ball, it must be a ball, it must be a ball. Yeah, that's really nice. But if it must be a ball, it's still not a physical, literal ball. It just appears to be like that because the design wants to fuck people up that look at the freaking skies too much and start to reason about it too much. It makes them believe everything is balls. They might get this crazy idea in their head that they're living on a ball, right? And then ball comes looking for them. Huh?
I'm shocked.
There's no distance to the sun. None whatsoever. No proof there is a distance. No proof it's a physical object. No proof you can approach it. It's an optical phenomena inherent to the realm. Light manifest. A lot of it. Just like that. Out of nothing. Not coming from an object. Light manifest. It's just there.
Well, that explains everything.
Just manifesting. Being created out of nothing. Light. A lot of it. So much you feel it constantly. Guess what? It's coming from nothing. It's not coming from a thing. It's just light manifesting. A lot of it can be obstructed. It can be not obstructed. But it's not coming from a thing. It's just a lot of light. It manifests. It's not coming from a thing. You have no proof it is. It's just this apparent, very bright disk thing you see at the epicenter of the light's direction. Sunlight's direction. I called it the daylight direction. What causes daylight? God. God causes daylight. It's God power. God infused his personal shine into the realm on a permanent basis, divided in the day and the night.
Daytime, nighttime.
And he took some more of the light essence of himself and divided the luminaries up in the heavens. The biggest one, the sun. There is no curvature, you bitch. Fuck off. Go join your other religious fanatics and stay there. Don't come here. I don't care if people like you. I
Is he
don't
actually
care
talking to somebody in the
if you
side
can
chat or
hide
something?
and then
Obviously.
act nice.
Sounds
I
like-
don't care. I don't want you here. Fuck off, you disgusting stalker.
Well, excuse me, princess.
I don't think he was happy with somebody in the peanut gallery.
And the comment I left on the video was, I had forgotten how batshit crazy Arwen is. I genuinely had. It's God's light. It's the light that emanates from God.
Tell your hero.
He said you can feel the light, and I'm going, that's interesting.
I've seen the light of a big neon sign that spells pub.
Oh, Mike Allen.
I've got to mute his ass.
Yeah.
Listen to
I think
Nathan.
so.
It sounds like Nathan.
I think so.
Where's Alan? Mute. There we
There we
go.
go.
That solved it.
Just in case.
Okay,
Bad
we're ready.
Alan, naughty Alan.
We're ready for slide 22 yet?
Yeah.
Slide 22.
Yeah, if you
Or
want some
settling
slide
right.
22 stuff, you can have that.
Oh dear.
Find it all.
9 o'clock here says, I think Armin does these vids before he takes his meds. No, I think he's been taking something while he's doing the vids.
Yeah.
I think he's not taking his meds, and that might be the actual problem.
Or I didn't know he took meds, but if he didn't, he needs to.
Yeah, if he ain't, he bloody ought.
All right. We've got some science memes for today. So
Cool.
I thought some of these are hilarious. Some of them are highbrow. Some are just plain funny. Some are ridiculous. So let's go through them. And I thought this was good. Biology to a physicist. It's all bird.
Yep.
That's all that matters. I agree.
Have you heard the word?
About the bird.
Bird is the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's good too. I always used to think like this when I was setting an exam. And then I said, the test will look just like what you've learned in lectures. Yeah, right.
I know you'll piss themselves laughing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sits up there with the checks in the post.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh dear.
2 math for dummies at $16.99 each. That'll be $50. Thank you. Now you don't know which one is needs the math for dummies. Is it the sales girl or is it the customer?
Could be either or.
Yeah. Oh, dear. I like this one. This is for those that know a little bit about mathematics. Life is the integral from birth to death of happiness over time with respect to time.
Yeah, I could go with that.
I'll agree with you.
That makes sense.
Lover.
This one's more for the highbrow people too.
Oh,
so you've got 3 categories at the top. You've got a theoretical physicist, a computational physicist, and an experimental physicist. And down the side, you've got 3 things: lawful, neutral, and chaotic.
Shades of
So
D&D,
they're talking about pendulums here. So the lawful rule is this one, and solves it by using Fortran.
Yeah.
And the experimental physicist tracks the pendulum position with a laser. The neutral person, that's a more simple formula. He solves it using Python, and he records the pendulum motion with a camera. A bit more accurate.
Okay.
The chaotic, slightly more simple formula there, solves it using Euler's method and taps his feet while recording an audio file.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I thought this one was clever too. That's right, dear. Our ancestors had tails. It's been a long time since I've actually used a phone with a cord on it.
Oh, yeah.
I've still got one around somewhere. I don't even know whether it would actually connect to the network anymore.
I can't think of the last time I had a phone like that.
Wanted, dead and alive, Schrödinger's cat.
Yep, that's legit. I like that.
Yep.
Paul, don't zoom it out too far because the bottom part of
Gets
bottom
cut
part
off.
where the
Okay.
cut off, where the share screen part is.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. This is for the people that understand a little bit about mathematics too. Differential calculus or integral calculus. Which button do you press? Because essentially they're both.
I was going to say
both the same thing,
just in the same time.
Yeah,
they're both the same thing, just in different formulations. A mathematician's food fight, throwing pie around.
That's a pie fight. Okay.
That's a pie fight. Yeah.
Slightly less messy.
Oh, Bev had been into this one.
Oh,
that's a polar bear and a Cartesian bear.
Polar coordinates and Cartesian coordinates.
Yeah.
That is clever.
Yeah. You ever wondered what the difference is between the temperature scales? Well, Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius is really cold outside and 100 is really hot outside. Whereas on the Celsius scale, 0 degrees is fairly cold outside and 100 degrees is dead.
Yep.
And in the Kelvin scale, 0 degrees is dead and 100 degrees is also dead.
Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. For those that know a little bit about mathematics, again, the integral of 1 divided by cabin is the logarithm of cabin plus C, and that equals houseboat.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
I'm lost.
I can see a theme.
Yeah, you
in
got to
these,
know a little bit. You got to know a little bit about mathematics for that one.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to see a
This is
theme in these memes.
Yeah, reformulation. They're not all like this, Terry.
Oh, okay.
What came first, the derivative or the integral? The derivative of a chicken is the egg, but the integral of the egg is the chicken. Yeah,
but we all know the egg came first.
What laid that egg?
Didn't have to be
Not
laid.
necessarily a chicken.
Why science teachers should not be given playground duty. You matter until you multiply yourself times the speed of light squared, and then you energy. I'd just like to hear what the panel thinks the answer to this one is. Work it out.
16.
Huh?
1.
16.
I'm trying to work
So
out how to
16 or 1?
divide.
What do you think?
I'm trying to divide 24 by 8.
Just 4. 6.
What do you
It's all
think,
to do
Terry?
with remembering what order
8
you
divided
do
by
the thing.
24
4.
equals.
How'd you get 24?
How'd you get 24, Terry?
Well, 2, then brackets. 2 plus 2 is 4. So it's 24.
4 times 4, is it not?
Yeah, but if you do the
that's
bracket,
an interesting, yeah.
2 plus 2 is 4. Then what's outside the bracket, the 2, is you multiply what's inside the bracket, which is 4.
Yeah.
So that's 2 times 4 is 8. And 8 divided by 8 is 1. If that's the right order.
So what did you say, Pip? What did you think the answer was?
16.
So is it 1 or 16? Who's correct?
Probably not me.
Now remember, you're supposed to do multiplication and division in the order that they appear, but you must do the brackets first.
Yes.
So 2 plus 2 is 4, and then you're left with 8 divided by 2 times 4, which you must do in the order that it appears. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, and then 4 times 4 is 16.
Yes.
All right. So 16 is in fact the correct answer.
I always get it in the wrong bloody order.
Yeah.
I'll just pull a Riley. They're just numbers. I don't know what they mean.
Yeah.
Once I've recorded that.
I like this one too. This is a great meme. This one. So you've got the Trojan horse, which is physics, which hides mathematics.
Yes.
All right. And you've got the physics teacher pulling the Trojan horse in to the students who are going to be assaulted by the mathematics in the guise of physics.
You will learn math.
Yeah.
Oh, this is physics. That's okay. No, there's maths. Oh.
Yeah. Light travels faster than sound. This is why some people appear bright until they speak.
So could we replace the word fleur for people?
I like this one too. Bullets get attracted by the magnet and miss you completely. New low-cost 100% bulletproof armor helmet. How is it that no one's thought of this yet? Probably because lead is not attracted by a magnet.
Yes, exactly. Bullets are not generally made out of ferrous materials. That's magnetic.
No, that's right.
Although it doesn't help when you watch films like The Matrix and he stops all those bullets and they're all a shiny silver color and you think they're not bullets.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's some nice cleavage. Of course, cleavage in material science is the angles at which crystals break apart.
Cool, that works.
I like this one too. This one I thought was good. You've got the incident light coming in parallel to the convex lens, which then focuses it to a point.
Oh yeah. Huh. Oh yeah, that's quite clever.
Yeah. Virus and retrovirus. Genetics. This is how it works.
I
Oh dear. Alan would get a bit of joy out of this one. Apply Kirchhoff's law here. Does anyone know what Kirchhoff's law is?
No.
No, that's India.
Something to do with quantum entanglement?
All the currents flowing into a node must
okay.
equal the currents flowing out of that node.
Blimey. What a mess.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't like to debug that, would you? Flat earther. I fear no man. But that thing, it scares me. Yeah. Heterozygotes. Just allele uneven. Hey, litmus paper, why so blue? Basic humour. Yeah. Basically, I feel blue on Mondays because litmus paper goes blue in basic solutions. Test question. 7 log 3x plus 3 log 5x equals 15. My brain? Yeah.
Whatevs.
I like this one too because I'm a physicist. Physics cat prefers to sit on something soft. Biology. It's not really a science, is it?
No, not really. It's a pseudoscience.
Yeah. I like this one too. Final exams. It's a Venn diagram.
Yeah.
The things that you learn in your course in the orange, the things that you studied in the purple, and the things that are going to be on the exam are in the green.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you barely touch it. It's just like,
Oh,
hang
just
on. And then you get to the
bit
next question.
there.
It's like, hang on. We didn't cover this.
when did we do this in our course?
Yep.
Yeah. Infinity minus infinity equals 0. Well, yes, but actually no.
Oh, dear.
If Fe equals iron, because Fe is the chemical symbol for iron,
yes,
then does that mean that female equals Iron Man?
I am Iron Man.
I thought this one was very clever too.
Oh.
A squared plus B squared equals, and
C
E equals M, and they're
C
fighting over the C squared. Yeah. I think we've seen this one before too. When life gives you C6H8O7, make H2O plus C12H22O12 plus C6H8O7.
Lemons and lemonade.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Because that's sugar, that's lemon juice, and that's water.
Mm.
May the mass times acceleration be with you. May the rate of change of momentum be with you.
Oh, dear.
Just not a force.
The derivative of milk is cheese. The integral of cheese is cow.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Yep. No, you can't add metric and non-metric units. Mars, 1999.
Oh, yes. Oops.
Oops.
Oh,
how to impact a probe onto the surface of Mars.
Yeah, mix your units.
How much did it cost?
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Engineering fact: an opinion without 3.14 is an onion.
Yes. Yes.
Seen that one before. Osmosis. The fusion of molecules from a place of higher concentration to a place of lower concentration until the concentration in both sides is equal. Yeah, I like this one too. The woman is the Earth's surface. The man is ultraviolet rays. Ultraviolet rays meet the ozone layer, preventing him from getting to the Earth's surface. No, you don't. Thou shalt not pass. Pharmacist, the only people who can decipher doctors' writing. What has he prescribed to me? Paracetamol. Thanks.
Yeah. Obviously used to his handwriting.
Yeah. I've seen this one before too.
Oh, yeah.
I like this though. Yeah, the tip, and he writes pie for the tip because it adds up to $30.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Engineers, please do not move the coffee machine. It will change the settings. Physicists, please do not observe the coffee machine. It will change quantum states.
No, you looked at it. Oh,
yeah. I love that section of what is it? Futurama, where they're observing the race, and it's a certain horse in a quantum finish, and they have to go to the photograph to decide who won. And the professor gets up and says, "No, you changed the outcome by taking a photograph."
Yeah.
Literally every element and noble gases.
Oh.
Because noble gases prefer to be by themselves.
Yes.
They don't interact with other things.
But are they wrongly?
General relativity. Quantum theory. The theory of everything is the two combined.
Yep.
Seen this one before too, but I like it.
Oh,
Sunlight, prism, rainbow.
Rainbow. That works.
Yeah. And I think we're back to the start again.
Schrodinger's.
Yeah. Yep. We're back to the start again. So that's your lot for today.
Thank you, Paul. That was,
there you go.
Great. That lot.
Thank you, Gravity.
Terrific.
Good night. Well done.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you a hint what I'm doing.
I'm going to go and put the kettle on.
I'll beat you to it.
Oh, Alan dropped out, has he? Sing us a song, farmers.
Wish I could sing. Terrible voice. Well, there was a bloke on deck, and his name was. That's Charlotte. Yeah.
Any questions from the peanut gallery or statements?
I think we're all making a coffee at the moment, Jerry.
Well, that's my excuse. I went farmers.
I'm pretty right. I've got my stubby here. I'm just sitting here.
You had to blow in the bag before you came on the panel, you know, John.
Yeah, I dodged that one.
You reckon you're 0.05?
I'm under now. I'll be right. I'm behaving myself. I'm a good boy.
What's the peanut gallery been saying? Talking about avocado. How'd they get that into that conversation?
Yeah, we're having an avocado festival about next month, but that's been cancelled. Up here at the town I'm living in.
Yes, it is Amadeo Avogadro.
Yeah. That's the fella. Real avocado.
Avocado.
Yeah, avocado's number.
Avocados responsible for an awful lot of hand injuries. Believe it or not.
Trying to get the pit out.
Yeah. Yeah, an awful lot of people injure their hands trying to get those things out because they use a knife instead of a spoon.
It's all about how you do it with a knife.
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course, it's easy if you just avoid the damn things in the first place.
Is there a sharp north? Is there safe north?
Well, yeah, but no knife's safe when you're stabbing your hand with it. Let's be blunt. Oh, let's be blunt.
But of course, you got to ask yourself: is the knife horizontal?
Oh, I really must stop doing that.
Hello.
Gravity. So possible loosen that.
What's that?
No, you're right. Playing some classic music there, mate.
Yeah, I'm into classical music. I love playing the piano.
Yeah, we've got to be careful of copyright strike.
What? From music that was published like 4 years ago?
I think it's out of copyright.
I think it is pretty much out of copyright by now.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it.
Besides,
you're
if I played it,
you're the person.
Imagine if I played it, it would be my interpretation of it anyway. So
imagine if you're playing music that was back in the caveman days and somebody tried to copyright strike you. Pip, have we got any questions for a quiz tonight?
Yep.
We do.
Well, so ready to go.
Have we got any easy? Have we got any easy ones?
Yeah, they're quite easy.
Oh, that's what you say every time.
that just means you have to type quick, though, Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Blue said, it's not a typing contest.
Yeah, but you don't have to be first to type it in. That's just a bit of fun. That's just us being silly.
I reckon the first three.
Okay.
The first three. I reckon the first three people to get it right.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy.
I don't know. I just thought it'd be an idea.
Okay. I'm not keeping score. Keep your own.
No, we don't. We never keep score, but just keep score on yourselves if you are able to. If you know you're getting them right.
Right, chat open.
Yeah, fingers ready.
Okay.
Fingers on buzzers.
No, I mean finger ready.
Finger. Ah, that might explain it then.
Yeah. What do you want me to use the other finger?
The other finger.
Okay, ready?
Both hands, Terry.
Ready and waiting.
Lassie is a world famous dog of which breed?
Oh, I know this one. Oh shit, I spelled it wrong.
One that goes woof. I thought it was that one. But I'm no expert on dogs.
How come I got mine first in the thing?
Terry first, then Farmers, then Peter. There you go.
Because we let you.
She's
did not. That lied to me, Farmer.
She's actually a Shetland collie, but a collie nonetheless.
Oh, Shetland! Oh well. So.
What river flows parallel to the Euphrates?
Is it horizontal?
No.
No, it's
horizontal.
The Euclidean River.
Which postulate covers the rivers?
Carl again, well done. And Farmers is the only one that typed in the Tigris.
Yeah, I wasn't sure of that one.
The birth of humanity was between those two rivers, pretty much, or civilization anyway.
Yeah, I watched a video about that the other day, and I'm thinking I heard of it, but I couldn't remember the other name. To do with the Mesopotamia and all that around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that's it. Yeah.
It's Iraq nowadays.
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay, question number whatever it is.
Great.
Buoyancy is the ability to what?
I don't know, but I reckon it'd be that. Oh, I might have just got it in.
I think you did. I think you're third. You're third on my screen anyway.
Yeah.
I think you are, Terry.
Third of mine.
Considering I'm fourth.
Farmers, Paul, Terry, and Carl. Well done, float.
No such thing as buoyancy. It's floated to whatever it was.
Floaty. Yeah, floaty.
Yeah.
Uppity.
You can't get much easier than this, guys. Name the most famous rock in Australia.
Oh,
What, the old one or the new one?
Ah.
I don't know what you call it now.
Proper name.
I know I didn't. Yeah, I know I didn't spell it right.
I like Irish Stew's answer. The name of the rock in Australia, AC/DC.
Oolaloo.
I don't think Crocodile D actually sat on it.
I don't remember him sitting on it.
Oolaloo, and anyone that put Ayers Rock is.
Yeah, whoever said Ayers Rock, go away.
Look, that's what it was for at least the first 40 years of my bloody life.
Oolaloo, or Ayers Rock.
And as Bob the science guy said, it was Aries Rock.
Aries Rock.
Yeah, I remember him saying that.
Aries Rock.
Oh, have I lost an answer?
In Melbourne, crack cocaine. Yeah, that's the rock in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Latex comes from what?
Sorry.
Latex comes from what tree?
Whoa.
Paul, Terry, Farmers. It's failure.
Did I make
Comes
it?
from what?
Did I make it?
Irish stew, well done. Rubber. Oh, it moves on.
How come I'm getting them first when I said we could do the 3 thing? Farmer.
Because we're all doing it with one finger, Terry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got only allowed to do it with one finger, Farmer.
I can't type with one finger.
Well, yes, you can. If I can, you can.
I don't know how anybody can
It's
just
a
type with one
handicap,
finger.
mate. Handicap, mate.
And today's handicap event.
The one finger type.
Yeah, you're only allowed to use one finger.
But you use your thumb on the space bar. I mean, that's just
no. You got to use your finger.
That's just so natural.
Jonquil is a shade of which colour?
Jonquil?
No, you got me beat on that one.
I'll take your word for it. I ain't got a clue.
Oh, did anyone guess Gravity's face in the peanut gallery? Did you just do that? I forgot all about that.
I
forgot all about it.
Abada.
Surf. Correct. It's yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Who said blue?
Oh, that's very British. We won't do that.
Nothing wrong with being very British.
Okay. Do you know what sport Wigan Athletic play?
Who?
Wigan Athletic.
Oh, Wigan Athletics.
Oh. There you go. I told you it was very British.
Well, presume it's
English,
that.
actually. Yeah. Football, correct. Stu and Farmers. Name the leader of a nunnery.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, no, not that. Wrong word. Yeah. No. When I wrote it, I thought, no, that's not the word.
Got none. Miro, name the leader of a nunnery. As in, get thee to. John Rapp, well done.
Yeah.
Peter Hunt. Oh, Farmer's Boy. Okay, Mother Superior.
sorry, I was still typing it in.
Yeah.
Biceps are located in which part of the body? This is supposed to be a hard quiz, by the way.
Really? Damn sight isn't the last one we had.
Arms, Stu, well done, and well done everyone in here.
Well, I said upper arm. I was being more precise.
Name the nationality of the Formula One driver Sebastian Vettel.
Oh.
Sorry.
Is he? What?
I realised I spelt it wrong and I just thought, I'll sod it.
Yeah, sod it. Okay.
What?
What's the difference between those two words, farmers? I can't see a difference.
There is a difference. Except I spelt the first one wrong. It
I
should
think
be
I think
AU.
they're pronounced different, aren't they?
The pronunciation is slightly different, yeah.
And Barnes boy, it's German.
He's a
Well, it's got
kraut.
the German.
He's a Bosch.
Bosch.
Boxhead.
Yeah.
Graphite is composed of which element?
What?
Graphite.
Graphite.
Oh,
The lazy gits.
Yes.
Carl Edwards, well done. And carbon and C's in here. Yeah, well done, everybody. And here. In which town did Jesus grow up?
In which town?
Yeah.
Was it the same one? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know me Bible thing.
Is it the same one as an old
yeah.
rock
Just
band?
just replace the X in one with a Z. That's a mistype.
I wonder if they're still going. Hang on, let's see if they're still going. Some of these old bands still are.
Yeah, Mick, they'll give you it. Well done. Nazareth.
Oh,
Farmers will find out if they're still a group.
Apparently, they are still going as a group.
Ooh.
Oh, which is pretty good because they formed in 1968, and apparently they are still.
What, Nazareth? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Nazareth, the rock band, Scottish
Yeah.
rock band. They are still a current band.
Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Interesting.
Kathmandu is the capital city of which country?
Kathmandu.
Oh, which one is that? Yeah, it's probably that one. Yeah.
I probably got it wrong.
Paul, Blue, Peter are correct.
Oh, okay.
Nipple.
Nipple.
Who typed nipple?
That's how you pronounce it, isn't it?
Oh.
Paul, Blue, correct.
Oh, dear.
Nipple.
Nipple. Nipple.
I get the point.
Gray's Peak is located in what country? Gray's
Grays.
Grey. As in the colour grey.
Don't know. Never heard of that one.
As in 50 Shades of.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is silly because there's way more than 50 Shades of Grey.
Carl Edwards, correct. It's the US of A.
Oh.
In Colorado, actually. There you go.
I see.
Oh. Guy Berryman is associated with which British band? Guy Berryman.
Okay, I'll just watch Irish Stew and I'll type in whatever Irish Stew says.
Thanks, helping you out.
Thanks, Dewey.
I'm going to take a
Going
stab
about-
and say Stu won't like them.
Oh, quick, I'll get over and I'll cut and paste whatever Stu says.
Gosh, they're lagging badly out there.
Yeah, some people are, yeah.
Fleetwood.
Fleetwood Mac. What?
No.
No guesses? Oh, there you go. Stu got it. Coldplay.
Oh, God.
Oh,
No
come
wonder
on, give me a chance to cut and paste it.
No cheating, no cheating.
Coldplay. Oh, shoot me now. Oh.
What is another name for the angel shark? The angel shark.
I couldn't even guess that.
I thought I knew me sharks, but I can't think of that.
Well, I wouldn't say it was a shark at all, but there you go.
Oh, hang on.
Blue says this is asked backwards. Pip should type the questions and we should say the answers.
Yeah, that'd work better, Blue.
Anybody out there? No, 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 no. Nope.
What's that about Dean?
What's it about Dean?
Where's
Nobody's
Dean?
got it.
Where's been Dean lately? I haven't seen him.
I suspect he's busy with work because he's involved in quite a big project. So
Subligo
Somebody
says
was
a
gonna
big
take a step away.
sand coloured ambush bastard. No, it's a monkfish. There you go.
Monkfish.
What you get fake scampi from?
A Chris Monkfish.
no. Monkfish MD, played by John Actor. Put your knickers on and make me a cup of tea. Good old fast show.
Which is the largest of the Canary Islands?
Oh, blimey. I'll take a pass on that one, I think. Yep. Blue. Yeah. Oh, the yellow one.
The yellow one.
Oh no!
I've had this question before, and I think half of Scotland go there on their holidays.
I wouldn't know.
The yellow canary means something different over here.
Okay.
Grand Canary.
It's Tenerife.
Oh.
The 1980 biopic Raging Bull was about whom? Yes, a boxer. Who?
Well, I don't know because it's boxing shit. I don't follow it. I mean, two blokes beating 7 shades out of each other. I mean, that's not a sport.
Why didn't you like the Rocky movies?
I hate the Rocky movies with a passion.
I didn't like Raging Bull, I have to admit.
I'd rather watch paint dry.
Myra got it. Miro got it. Jake LaMotta.
Who? Never
Jake
heard of him.
LaMotta.
No.
South Africa is made up of how many provinces?
Oh, Carl will get this one. Where's Carl's answer? Quick, Carl, give me. Carl.
Terry, stop it! Stop it! You're going to give away all my answers.
I'm guessing.
I'm waiting for Carl's answer.
Yeah, Carl's right. Peter's right. Well done.
Oh, 7.
Oh, pulled that fear out of my you-know-what.
No, you
I did it Riley with that one.
Peter, you wouldn't be cheating, would you?
Carl,
No,
Carl,
that one I just guessed.
Carl, you should have DM'd me the answer first.
I just thought if you go 7, I'll go, well, I won't go 8, I'll go 9.
I guessed it was somewhere in that sort of vicinity, given the size of the country and all the rest of it.
Okay, radioactivity is measured in which units?
Oh,
Oh, I don't know.
I went blank, all that pressure. Carl says. Terry.
Well, I thought the name of that machine, what's it called?
It's actually measured in a number of units. It depends which aspect of radioactivity you're talking about.
Yes, that's the confusion. Yeah, there are several different words that spring to mind. Yeah,
there's curies. There's curies. There's Roentgens. There's becquerels. There's rads. There's greys.
Beat. So you're right, Paul.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. It's that one then. Bugger.
Oh, okay.
I put that answer because that's the one that always sticks in my head for some reason. I don't know why, but that one just sort of is firmly lodged, you know.
You'll get there eventually, Sabrina. You haven't got it yet. Oh God. Keep an eye on. We've got a tube. And Egypt. Becquerels is my answer. There you go. Becquerels or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
I thought that was a sauce. Oh no, that's Bachamel.
Farouk was the king of which country? Farouk.
I think. We got one of the many soccer counts in.
Yeah, I think so. Apparently, it's an echo. We are in an echo chamber of autism.
Hello, hello, hello.
That sounds like the sort of crap he comes out with. Yeah.
Echo.
That's a very good Pink Floyd track, actually. Echoes.
I think.
Yes, I love it.
Wait. Alan, I'm taking. No. I don't want to hit the wrong person.
Phil, what are you doing out there in the peanut gallery? You could be in here.
What, you getting shot of him, are you?
Yep.
Yep. You just hit him and then unhid him.
Or did I?
Yes.
Yep, damn it.
Oopsie.
Well, he wasn't getting too crazy yet.
No, I just don't want him in here now.
Yeah. Yet is the
Yeah, but how do you know it wasn't a sock for somebody was using?
Yeah, I'll come back to your real name. Okay, the answer is Egypt. So who was Egypt? Nobody out there.
Yes,
oh yeah, Spooky Bed here.
Spooky got it.
And
Me.
Farmers in Blue. Oh, here, let's see, Farmers in Blue. Egypt. Okay. On which side of the road do they drive in Honduras?
Oh, this is a 50-50. Both.
It depends if they're passing someone or not.
Well, it depends which way you're going.
Yeah.
Depends on your age.
It could be like Thailand. Your piece of road's the bit underneath you.
Yeah. And stuff everybody else.
Garden Rat. Cherry, correct. On the right.
Well, it was a 50-50, wasn't it? You know, it just depends which one you go for.
Which explorer discovered Australia?
Not that guy. The other guy. Oh, look out, we're going to get into trouble now.
Thank Terry. Spooky Bed here, correct. Farmer's Boy, correct. James Cook. Oh.
Depends on what part of Australia discovered.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm
Because the,
thinking too.
Oh, look, he's coming with another soccer count.
Because the Dutch discovered the south coast before Cook.
Yeah. Yeah, damper.
Well, it's what's written in the history books.
Look, we know, we live here.
Last question. Last question. In the Cold War, what political party ruled the USSR?
In the Cold War? Well, that's the obvious answer.
Yeah.
Check the Queenslander type in that.
I'll go with Farmer and Blue.
Elmix, correct. John, Farmers, Blue. Communist, duh.
Yeah.
CCCP was what in Russian we called the USSR, wasn't it?
Sabeagle said, I thought she said the Clone War.
The Union of Soviet Socialist Republics.
Cold War. Yeah, it was the Communist Party. Okay, that's me done.
Oh, okay, Pip.
There you go.
Thank you, Pip.
Is everyone's brains
Thank you,
nice
darling.
and lubed up now?
Oh, bloody yes.
I didn't know I was meant to put the lube on my brain.
Ah.
I'm just gonna sit here and hit these sock accounts. So
You didn't read the instructions, did you?
It said head.
It may be, yes. But
don't go there. How? Why are you typing Egypt? Quite glad I didn't pay for these because they're awful.
Back in the CCCP, the Beatles skis.
Back in the CCCP.
No, it's
yeah, it doesn't quite doesn't.
The reason you can't
Doesn't have the same ring to it, is it? You know,
No, it
back
doesn't,
in the
does it?
CCCP. No, I can see why they went USSR.
Yeah.
You can't hear Phil because he's not talking.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Phil.
Hey.
Long time no talk.
Never getting Russian in the chat. Look at that.
I'm just happy to listen. It's really good.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I'm not smart enough to answer all those questions. I got a couple.
You little liar.
I got Mother Superior in Nazareth.
Okay.
Saints.
Okay.
You got all the religious questions. Well done.
Who else done good out in the peanut gallery? I didn't keep an eye out.
Carl, I think.
Carl.
Carl always does well. Sable Eagle did all right too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they typed the answers in Russian. I'd just like to point that out.
I haven't got a translator.
Boy, Soviets is socialist republic.
The Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. USSR. And when you write it in Russian, I think but not in Cyrillic, it comes out as CCCP.
Have you got a story?
That might even be in Cyrillic. I'm not sure.
Is your title, your thumbnail for your avatar here, your last story?
Yes, which was supposed to be a premiere, but I made a mistake.
You made a mistake.
She done goofed.
I goofed up.
So where will I find it now?
Oh, it's uploaded. It's on the.
Oh.
Bin. Thingy.
CCCP is Cyrillic.
It is in. Show your shit.
Oh, yeah, I did get shilled. Okay.
It's about 7 minutes.
Before we get to that, Farmer. Oh,
Hello.
who was the person that liked to try to get my thumbnails for my stream on my channels?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, that's me because I can. The pictures are always too bloody small. I can never see what they are.
Okay, I'll grab that for you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, but I'll make
Just
it bigger.
couldn't quite-
I'll make it bigger.
Make it bigger.
So you want a big,
big. And I still probably won't know what it is, but hey.
Where did I hide it? I know I put it in here.
I love schematics where half the information's been taken off and it's like, what's that?
Yeah, I know what I got all the information.
Good.
Just give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail to grab it.
I don't have a lamb to hand, unfortunately.
Okay. Is that
here
too
we go.
big or too small? Is that big
Not
enough?
Really.
Yeah, right. Oh, so it's adjustable.
Okay.
No.
Is it some sort of optical device?
What gives you that idea?
Well, because the cross section on the left seems to be showing maybe sort of the path of light rays or something.
Telescope?
But it looks like it's all adjustable because it looks like it can move backwards and forwards on that frame.
Yeah, microscope.
No, Pip got it again.
Oh, it is a microscope, is it?
No, telescope.
Telescope.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can see it's some sort of optical viewing device, but
Can I share text? No, I'd have to read it, wouldn't I?
well, I can read it if you want.
Yeah, but how am I going to share it? Because I can't share text that I've got copied and pasted.
Oh.
And I don't think I'm going to be able to find where I found the picture.
Drop it in fair suck if you.
All the text.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then how am I going to share it?
Well, farmers could read it or whatever.
Yeah.
Then that's all.
Oh, okay. Copy. I'll just put it in suck.
Yep.
There you go.
There it comes. Mechanical drawings of the ANU 24x24 slow dart instrument as designed by Peter Conroy, according to a set of scientific requirements and specifications of the 100-inch Irene telescope. Oh, Irene. The instrument is an enhanced version of the ANU 7x7 and ANU 17x17 slow dart instruments used in the 2005 and 2006 slow dart campaign at Siding Spring Observatory, Australia.
Australia, mate.
G'day, mate. A V filter is used at the instrument entrance, the mounting interface, to reduce optical distortions and atmospheric dispersion effects. The micro lens array, the MLA, not quite sure what that is on the diagram, intensifier and camera all move along Z's direction relative to a fixed collimator lens to interpolate the turbulence for generalized SLODAR. What SLODAR actually means. The optical rays of a double star calculated in Zmax are overlaid on the side view, that's the left panel. The optical path is fully enclosed. The instrument performed well with observational data collected on first light. And if you understood all of that,
clear as mud.
Please send me a message. No, well, that's fair enough. Yeah, well, I can see how it's. Yeah, you can see it's on a movable base plate.
Guess who just showed up in the peanut gallery?
Stingray.
His ears must have been burning, I tell you.
And Tusk and No Name. You're all
I know
right.
Name's been out there for a while.
Oh yes, he was winding P Mars up a little bit, I think. Or was it the other way around?
Poor P Mars.
So
he's so unwanted.
So Gravity's got his Derp, media Derp stuff, and I'm looking at these pictures for my thumbnails as I keep looking for them. They're hard to find. You've got to really get into stuff to get these images because they're not just easy. They're not easily to find.
No, SLODAR, which stands for Slope Detection and Ranging, is a technique for characterization of the vertical profile of atmospheric optical turbulence.
Laser band.
It's a crossed beams method based on observations of double stars using a Shack-Hartmann wavefront sensor. Oh dear, this isn't helping at all, is it? The optical turbulence profile, or OTP, is recovered from the cross correlation of the wavefront slope measurements for the two stars.
And the Fingal trap.
And in breaking news, my cat's breath smells of cat pee.
Thank you for saying
Mate, it sounds doing so well, then.
That was just like blah 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 blah.
I thought you said like that.
I love those little sketches and schematics, but of course they're always so bloody small you can't see what they are.
Well, I keep the original picture for you so you can see it.
Thank you.
No, Dean, it wasn't anything important. I was just wondering what you've been up to. Hadn't heard from you for a while. If you got anything to tell us, just come in here and tell us. If not, stay at the peanut gallery.
I think it's because farmers had answered something with.
It was what was.
Oh
what's
yeah,
a-
that's what it was. Yeah.
the angel shark, and I put down stingray.
Yeah.
That was it.
That was it. That was it.
That was it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to grab a couple of videos while anyone can bring up anything they want.
Hang on a minute, then. Oh,
Steady.
there we go.
Steady, mate.
Oh, I swear my breakfast looked better the first time round.
Wait,
Well, had any yet?
Underworld.
What? I had 2 fried eggs and some fried bread. Oh,
Ooh, that's
Where did Phil go?
I don't know. Phil,
he's back
Phil
off.
got disconnected.
off.
Oh, there you go. Stingray said he's busy. Yeah, I figured that's what
he'll
it
be
was.
right.
Yeah.
Phil will turn up somewhere.
John Rapp says cat space is Ozzie for bad tasting drink.
Yeah.
I could show again what I picked up in the shop earlier today.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Was she cute?
Uh-huh.
Was she?
Oh no, sorry, my brain's somewhere else.
Bacon jam.
No.
Smoky bacon jam. That just
I haven't
no.
even tasted it yet.
And the other one is
Chili.
Mild
chili bacon jam.
Tangy.
It's
Let,
probably
let me know next time, Paul, and I would have made you bigger.
That's okay.
You're bigger now.
I'm big enough.
Now you can show off. Okay,
That's
I'll
all
go
right.
back.
I think
you finished.
I love that magic wine you got there, mate.
Magic wine. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't get to use that much this.
No. Can make anything work on flat Earth. Just
I don't know who's dropped any good debunking videos lately. Blue, I'm waiting on a Blue video, but there hasn't been one lately.
I think where's Wally's just.
Yeah, I've got a Wally.
Yeah.
Did I have a Wally or a Wade? No, I've got
have
a Wade.
to be careful of that Wally. That Wally one, Terry, kind of goes fairly long at the end. He's got some,
yes, that one does. That's true.
He's got some really pretty pictures of the Earth as it's spinning underneath the ISS.
Yeah, but that is that's most of the video, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, how far up is he on the in the shield?
There's a critical think, but that's 14 minutes long. That's true. Shit.
I got flat earthers. You just don't have a hope, do you? Is that the one you're talking about? That's 11 minutes
Which
long.
one's
That
that?
one.
Critical thinks this morning was about David the mechanical engineer. That's another Taboo Conspiracies sock account or something, I think.
I don't think I've got a critical. I don't think I'm shilling critical think.
No.
Hang on, Terry.
But like I say, that's 14 minutes long, so I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know that's a
looking
bit
for.
too long.
I don't mind them being. Oh, Phil's back. I don't mind them being.
want shorter stuff, don't you?
Yeah, if they're a bit shorter, I can play a couple of them. What's this one? Yeah, see, even Simon's 13 minute long. We'll either have to pick a 13 minute or a couple of shorter ones. So I've got Simon Dan, the most ridiculous moon experiment you'll ever see.
That is thoroughly ridiculous. Yeah, that's worth a laugh.
I got a minute 52 for Wade. I can squeeze Wade in. Okay, I'll grab Simon.
Minutes.
I'll grab Simon Dan.
Everything else has been a bit longer, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, his Stars of Volcanoes.
Yes.
What do you got?
Right.
That's 12 minutes long. Mr. Sensitive.
Oh, Mr. Sensitive. Oh, no, I call him Mr. Sensitive.
Yes,
Yeah, I
Volcanoes.
only said that so you knew who I was talking about.
Yeah.
Never catch his bloody hangout. It has it too early in the morning.
Well, when he goes live at sort of 9:30 at night, our time.
Yeah, your time.
Yeah. So it's like
yeah,
like 4 in the morning for us or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I have stayed up one night and I managed to get on a while back, but I'm not doing that again.
No.
So what have I got? I've only got Simon. Who else was there? You got a choice between Simon and who?
Mr. Sensible.
Or Mr. Sensible. Which one was he? Stars Volcanoes? Is that
Yes,
the one you're
that's
talking
the one.
about?
Yeah.
That's 12 minutes.
We
Okay.
put that out yesterday.
Oh, we'll get the Peanuts to vote. Okay, we'll get the Peanuts to vote. Mr. Sensitive or Simon Dan? See what we get.
Oh, excuse me. Somebody kept me up late.
Well, that's one for Simon Dan.
Yeah, the Simon Dan one was funny.
Oh,
Simon,
Demon
Simon.
Ob's got we've got a Demon Ob Sensible.
Yeah. Carl said 4.
Well, of course. Because somebody always does.
Stewie says Simon Sensitive. How can that doesn't make sense, that one.
So we get halfway through one and then we swap to the other.
We're a bit of a half and half at the moment. We're getting a Sensible and a Dan. Tuss said I haven't watched Dan's yet. My Satan look to scare Flirts. Yes, Phil. Dan's got plenty of views. Play Fleetwood Mac's newest video. Jeez. Oh no, I didn't read what I just read it as I seen it. I didn't see what it said.
Is the Elmigs filling in for Fitch?
I don't know.
Are you Finchy?
It might be.
Yeah,
That might be Finchy.
Are you Finchy?
Are
No,
you
no, the Elmigs is definitely not Finchy.
Oh, okay.
The Elmigs is Stug Life. Look at his avatar.
Yep.
So we're getting a Simon Dan by the look of it. Going by the thing. I count 1,
Two sensibles.
2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. I counted about 7 Dans. How many sensitives did we
That
count?
sounds like some sort of martial arts thing. I'm 7th Dan.
One sensitive, 2 sensitive. I only counted 2 sensitives.
Oh, well.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's Dan.
One Fleetwood Mac.
One Fleetwood Mac, yeah.
Fleetwood Mac.
Okay. Yes, Phil, that would be going a bit too far.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, ready for slide 22. Oh shit, wrong show.
Yeah, can we just go back to slide 22, please?
Okay.
Press play, please.
Yeah, I haven't got it yet. Got to make sure that Peanuts get to see it.
What's your name, Mippet?
Yeah.
Oh, someone's got to say it.
Don't need to. I'm getting there. Press play.
Yes, please.
I'm pressing play. Oh shit. Gotta do that before it presses play. Now I can press play.
Stop them making up theories for their models about the moon? No, it does not. And today we're going to look at one of the best ones yet. And of course, When I say best, I obviously mean worst. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, I want to give a quick nod to Busu, who are sponsoring today's video. Busu is an AI-powered language learning platform on web, iOS and the world. But what really sets it learners of the Busu, and you can get feedback from natives who have always wanted to be able to what they're doing. Hola, mi llama Simon Dan, and be nice. Sign up for free or upgrade to premium to unlock all of it by my patrons in the monthly poll, then I'll put a link in the description. This video, I hear you ask. Well, Mikey Smith has made a video which apparently has proof that the moon is only 50 miles away.
Okay.
This should be good. Come on then, Mikey, shock us all.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, you're recording now. Okay, so. Okay, folks, I need to see where I am here on the camera. You can see the moon in behind me. I'm filming. My theory is that the moon is a lot less than, probably closer than 50 miles away. 50
miles? That is 40. A startling claim. 45. I do hope you have some evidence for this.
I have my 3,000 watt laser. This is what I've been holding back from everybody. I keep telling everybody about this experiment, so that's what it looks like.
A 3,000 watt laser? I think he means, of course, a 3,000 milliwatt laser, which of course is 3 watts.
Hey?
And even that's pretty powerful.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
I doubt a consumer would be able to buy something like that. Unless he means 3 watts input power.
Yeah, not legal in most countries for civilians to have.
Not output in light intensity.
I thought it was a Darth Vader sword or something. Star Wars sort of thing.
He's found a power source which can somehow smash through 3,000 joules a second.
It has a visible range of 18 miles. It is currently Thursday night, June 4th. Is that correct, Joanne? Yeah. Okay, and so, yeah, we got the horizon in the background here, and I'll just flip it over, and we are going to do an experiment with the laser.
Oh, an experiment. Exciting.
So if you can see in relation to, actually the sun has just set here in the background or wherever it is there.
Whatever it is. That's a technical thing.
Somewhere in there.
What is he doing?
Background, nothing bigger.
But can't see anything. But yeah, so we've got...
Maybe it's nighttime.
You can see the... Ooh, I zoomed in too far there. I've been hearing lots of people explain why they think the moon is even 3,000 miles away, and I would disagree with that.
As would I, Mikey. As would I.
But we are here tonight, and I'm going to provide some proof, I guess, that hopefully we can get this laser to go to the moon. And I have done that with a previous video already.
He wants his 3 watt laser to reach the moon.
It's just I have not posted it, or maybe it's so it's gonna take me a while here to get things focused. I need a...
Well, you had it, and then he wrecked it.
Better tripod head here.
Well, the moon's going to keep moving on you, mate, so you have to be careful.
So annoying, that Earth rotation, isn't it?
Take me a while.
You get it in one spot, and then you look back and go, oh, it moved.
And I am not manipulating this video in any way, of course. As you can tell, that is the real moon. And I just need to adjust this a little bit.
Oh, this is cringe. Really, really not awkward at all.
He keeps getting it and then he keeps moving it.
So we have the laser on, and it does take me a while to get this thing
Quick, the moon's moving.
to show up on the camera. I don't know why this happens, so hopefully we can get it to work at some point here.
Oh, maybe because it's just a 3-watt laser and the moon is very bright? Maybe?
It took me like 5 minutes just to get this light to show up near the moon. I am pointing the laser at the moon. It just takes a long time.
I'm sure you are, buddy. I'm sure you are.
To show up on the camera.
Now,
I can kind of see a blue tinge there on the side. But like I said, I don't know if it's the angle or due to perspective, why it takes so long to show up out there somewhere. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, exciting! I saw it!
So there we go. There's my laser going towards the moon there.
Out of focus.
And it looks like I'm not even doing it myself, like in relation to what I'm watching on the camera. But that is my laser.
We're losing the moon here, Mikey.
Yeah, I know. The moon's slowly
shows up
disappearing.
like that, but we'll adjust again the camera.
Bloody hell, Earth. Can you just stop rotating for like 1 minute so Mikey can shine his laser on the moon, please?
Maybe we can get it on this side. It's just... Oh, I gotta get a better... So this laser heats up after a minute or two, or a couple minutes. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of weird. Like I'm pointing it literally at the moon, at least from what I could tell. And it's almost like a delay.
That's not your only issue, Mikey.
Or...
I'll give you a clue where the delay is.
I don't know what it is.
It's not with the laser.
No.
I'm doing what I can to get the laser there. I'll try to get it there one more time. I don't know if it's because when the moon goes to the right there, it starts to show up. There it is.
Yeah, it's not working, is it? Mikey decides to zoom out a bit and try again.
Oh, there it works. So there's my moon footage of the 18-mile laser footage. And as you can see, it looks like it's going actually behind the moon too. So
CGI.
Oh no!
I would like some ideas
He's
and
cutting the moon up.
perspectives or opinions on what's happening here. And
oh no!
Everything is A-OK. So this laser is an 18-mile visibility range
this is
of
ridiculous.
like the visible range of 18 miles that you can visibly see the laser. and it is going to the moon and possibly around or beside the moon. So let's get together and spread this video that it is not 240,000 miles away.
Finally, he's done it! Except he hasn't. First off, there's no way that your laser is powerful enough to reach the moon. Laser pointers, especially cheap ones, have a beam which diverges at a distance. And of course the one you have has only got a range of 18 miles. Even if your laser was powerful enough to reach a moon, by the time it reached there, the laser would be spread over an area half the size of Texas, with the same light intensity of course. Secondly, what you're seeing there is purely the laser interacting with the particles in the Earth's atmosphere. An atmosphere which is vastly closer to you than the moon is. Look at this photo here. No reasonable person would say, "Look out, your boat is about to crash into the sun." You understand that because of perspective. The boat is vastly closer to you than it is the sun. This is quite possibly the most feeble attempt to prove anything about the moon. It really is shocking. Well, there we go. Let's hope Mikey can learn from this and move on to something a bit more productive.
Hey guys! Remember how things work? Whatever goes up must come down. But it's not due to gravity, folks. Gravity is a non-proven theory. Things fall due to density, okay? Let's get it all together, folks.
Oh dear, clearly not. Thank you all very much for watching today. That brings an end to another Flat Earth Friday. Thanks to my patrons again for voting for that video. Just enough time to again thank Busu for sponsoring today's video. Remember, link is in the description to sign up for that.
Oh dear.
It's the only downside of his channel being so popular, the sponsorship.
Yep.
Still, understand why he does it. So, the laser went behind the moon. Yeah, right. And like I said in my comment on the video, and he no doubt believes that clouds go behind the sun as well.
Just like those rockets, just like those rockets that got launched went in front of the power lines.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Red's magic rockets.
Yeah.
Derp, 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 derp.
Oh yes, gotta love the derp.
How are we going for time? We got enough time to watch another one, or?
Well, it's up to you, mate.
It's your show, Terry.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean my show, not my channel. Well, Alan's not here at the moment.
No.
What can we get away with? I will play Mr. Sensible too then.
Go on then.
Stars are volcanoes? Yes, there's a new channel
Alan's
out
not
there,
here, Phil.
and this guy believes that stars are volcanoes. I thought I had heard it all, but apparently not. Okay, Mr. High Vibes, give us your derp. I mean, please enlighten us. Roll VT.
Hello everybody, this is my first video.
Well, with what you're going to tell us, I would hope it's your last. Unfortunately, no, it isn't.
And this video is on the constellation that's over Australia, and it's called the constellation Crux.
You do know that the night sky appears to wheel above us, don't you? and that it slowly changes over the course of a year. There is not a constellation that just sits over Australia.
If I'm pronouncing that correctly, I know it's spelled Crux, and that word is short for cross. Now the question is, what is the meaning of the 6 stars on the Australia flag? And here's the answer. You can look it up. The stars, the Commonwealth star, is the emblem of Australia Federation. 6 points represent the states, and the 7th all the federal territories, which together constitute the nation. The Commonwealth of Australia, the constellation of the Southern Cross/Crux, indicates the geographical location in the southern hemisphere of Australia. Let me say that again. The Commonwealth of Australia, the constellation of the Southern Cross/Crux, indicates the geographical location of the southern hemisphere in Australia. That constellation, Crux.
Well, only insofar as it just indicates that Australia is in the southern hemisphere. It's not a roadmap to the exact location of the continent.
Better known as Cross, which is above Australia right now. And I learned this by using the Flat Earth model via Android, the program.
Well, you do better at looking at a basic book about astronomy.
And I was just looking at it, you know, how when the sun rotates its way around and it turns dark, and I'm looking at the constellations. I'm like, are these the stars? And it comes to find out that the landmass of Australia, probably the mountains, the rock, are shining.
Well, I didn't expect that.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Okay? And they shine from below to above the firmament. And it shines on the firmament and appear as stars.
Well, this is a new one on me. So you're saying that the surface of the Earth is shining and being reflected. Well, what happens when there's a power cut in a city? Does a star suddenly go out? Or perhaps a whole galaxy?
Yes, that's right. The constellations are on the ground.
Jesus Christ.
So can we go and see them then?
As above, so below. Everything we see above comes from below, including the sun, which I'm entitled to believe that the sun comes from the sunlight the sun is riding on the belt of the equator, okay, right there in front of Australia. And I guess that's a whole nother video, but
not only is it a whole new video, it's a whole new level of stupid.
Volcano Ambrum, the size of the mouth of Volcano Ambrum is 12 miles wide, 7 kilometers round in diameter. And you think that, knowing that there's a firmament above, you think that's not going to shine up there?
So you think the sun is a reflection of a volcano? How does it move across the sky? What happens when that volcano is not active? So many questions, so much stupidity, and so little time.
Okay, it's just close to the equator and closer to the arc of the firmament and the ice wall. It's right there near the ice wall. So that's where the constellations come from. The constellations come from below, come from the landmass, and they're rock, and they shine above on the firmament. The rotation of it all. See, I heard some people saying that the firmament itself rotates. I don't believe that.
You know, it's starting to sound to me that you're just believing stuff with no evidence. Depending on visibility, the human eye can make out around 5,000 stars with the naked eye. That's one hell of a lot of volcanoes. And of course, if you use binoculars or a telescope, you're going to see a lot more. I think you've got some explaining to do. I mean, do you have a model for this?
Hello everybody, this is my Flat Earth model. As you can see,
it doesn't work over
there's Australia right there, and you can see all the continents. You know, Let me get a little closer. Up close and personal.
Lovely. Did your little kiddie make it?
Okay.
I don't think it's to scale.
You see the red spot? That's a volcano that I have, on this flat Earth model.
Go on.
And the hottest thing known to man is the volcano. It's not the sun. It's not the sun. It's the volcano. Why? Because the volcano shines from below and shines above on the crystalline plasma dome that's above us.
Ah, crystalline
plasma dome.
Why didn't I think of that? Of course, you do have a photo of this dome, or perhaps radar measurements. Has someone been to it? We got any samples? You're making this up, aren't you?
And the rotation of it all comes from the waters, the ocean. And what makes the ocean rotate is the magnetic field in the middle or in the middle of the pole, right here in the middle of the earth. And that's, when you look up, you see the North Star. That star doesn't move.
Yes, it does. If you're talking about star trails, Polaris draws a little circle around the North Polar Point. All stars move, and the star with the greatest proper motion is Barnard's star.
And everything around it moves, the stars. Why? Because your ocean is rotating.
I would love for you to explain how the oceans whizzing around a flat plane are going to move the stars around.
Right? And everything below that shines brightly from the volcano, that shines above, that casts light from below and casts light above and bring light back down, is from the volcano.
Hold on, this isn't quite making sense. So we've got a volcano down on Earth, or volcanoes, shining up, reflecting in this crystalline plasma dome, and yet the oceans move the stars around. So the oceans are moving the reflections in the dome. Right.
And the brightness of the sky comes from the brightness of the crystalline dome, which is white. That's why when the sun is high in the sky, it looks bright and white. And when it's low, when so-called sun rises, you see the sun on the lower part of the dome. As the ocean water rotates around, it gives the impression of rising, and it moves.
So this dome is white, making the sun look white, which is a reflection of a volcano and is moved around by the oceans. And yet when the sun is low in the sky and it appears orangey yellow, what's that caused by then? Is the dome a different colour lower down?
The reflection of the volcano on the crystalline dome moves because it's just a reflection above from below, the blue waters. That's why your skies is always blue.
Did IQs just drop sharply while I was away?
And it is what it is. That's my belief. That's my theory. Now, I'm a flat earther. Now, everybody's, trying to figure out where our sunlight's coming from. A lot of people are saying that it's coming from
the sun,
outside of the dome or whatever. But I just have to believe that it comes from this volcano because it's round. And I've seen pictures of the inside of Volcano Amrum.
And I have to believe that if you own any teaspoons, you should take them back to the shop and tell them that you're not safe to use them.
And the ridges around the rim of the volcano looks identical to photos of the sun that I've seen, videos where people zoom in and then I look at the ridges of the sun from the videos. It looks identical. So this is my flat earth model. I guess this trying to figure out what the sun is and where the sunlight's coming from is another video, but letting you guys know ahead of time. I believe And I think I'm one of the only human beings that's living that believe this.
Well, let's hope so.
That's okay. You know,
Wonder
if
why.
I'm wrong, oh well, I'm wrong. It's no problem. I admit it. But nobody can prove it or disprove it until we figure it out and find out what's going on.
Well, I'll tell you what's going on. There's a distinct lack of education in the world, too much belief in conspiracy theories, and altogether too much time wasted on YouTube. Apart from my channel, of course. Ask these people. They know what they're doing. As always, massive thanks to all my patrons, including new patrons Elizabeth Sagan, Michael Burnham, Brian Ramsey, ex-Penguin95, Sharpwork, Stephen York, Uwe Closer and Wee Scott's Dog, and my latest patrons, Marconius and Jason Itting. Thank you all so very much. But thank you for your offering today, High Vibes. I look forward to following your channel with interest. Until next time, stay sensible.
Shut up and sit down.
Yes, because of course the sun looks just like the caldera of a volcano.
I'll be back in a minute. I've just got to go and get some Panadol.
Okay.
And a shot of scotch too, Terry.
Okay.
And hide the teaspoons.
Yep, hide the teaspoons.
Oh dear. I'm almost speechless with that one.
Yeah, it's quite something, isn't it?
It's a beauty. It's a hallmark of flat earth. It's a stupidity of hallmark.
I'm sorry for that one.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. We won't hold you personally.
You mentioned the dome. Oh, thank God it's flat. You're fantastic. Hey, thank God it's flat. I've got a piece of the dome. Do you want to buy it?
Like a fortune, mate.
Put it on eBay and people will bid for it.
Yeah.
Oh, how well would that
Bloody
go?
hell. Oh. There you go, mate. Original.
Buy your own piece of the
Even
dome.
signed by God.
Well, I hear Gandhi's glasses sold for a pretty price on the internet at auction.
Really?
They were only expecting to get $20-something thousand for them. They got over $400,000 for it.
Good grief.
What was that for, Paul?
Pair of Gandhi's glasses.
Oh, Gandhi. Wow.
Or Mahatma Gandhi.
Mahatma coat.
Oh,
Well, I'll squeeze in Wade. Yeah, and he goes through it.
Oh yeah, because it's not a very long one, is it?
Nah.
Planet Earth.
Whoa.
Inside planet Earth.
That was a bit loud.
We're going to have a look inside the planet using augmented reality. This is our beautiful planet, the Earth, in all its globular wonder, floating above some calm,
CGI.
flat level water.
Yeah,
Just look
could
at
be.
that computer-generated
Could be CGI.
Earth, looking fantastic. It's made of multiple layers, such as the crust, the upper mantle, and the lower mantle. And the deeper you go, the hotter it gets. We can... Where you going? The Earth's going. Come back, dude, come back. I lost the Earth. I lost the Earth. Frick, over here. It's obviously having a bit of trouble tracking over the water. Come on, right here, right here. The hotter it gets. Come back. Right at the center is the core. Right at the center is the core, a molten ball of nickel-iron alloy. Luckily, we live on the surface where it's not so toasty. Hey there. So this is an Australian-made augmented reality app called Jigspace. I've had this app on my iPad for a while now, but I've been waiting until I had an iPhone for the 16:9 screen ratio. It's a fun app, and it's got a decent amount of 3D models, which I plan on having a good explore of. Maybe do a little series on these when I'm not photographing the sky. The science and space ones look really cool too, and even some of the history ones. I really hope you're all doing well out there. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and don't forget to tell all the morons to get fucked. See ya.
Right, I'll just make a note of that.
Yeah, Pat.
Okay.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah. Hello, I'd like to make a flat Earth with you. Get fucked. Yeah, that works for me. I can live with that one. Short, sweet, and to the point.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no beating around the bush.
No.
We'll finish up with the Pip story for tonight. I hope you all had fun.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, there is snow in winter in the
it's
Australian
good,
mountains, Miro. Who said there wasn't snow?
Someone said it would snow
It will
in
snow in
Australia
Australia before the Earth becomes flat. Demon Orb, it does snow in Australia. You didn't think that one through,
fact-
did you?
The entirety of Australia isn't like a furnace all year round.
In fact, there's a nice blanket at the moment in Australia, up in the Alps.
Australia probably gets more snow than Scotland does.
Bloody cold yesterday.
Bloody big country.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's not hot.
it's cold tonight.
It's not hot here all the time. I don't know
No.
why people get that misconception.
I don't know, you Southerners.
It gets cold up there too, John, in the winter, at night.
Oh, a little bit. Yeah, a bunch of winters.
You got the fire on?
No. Been a very mild winter this year.
Oh, okay.
It's going to work my thumbs tonight. But, you know, well, special occasion. Too much information.
Here we go.
The Ladybird Book of the Zombie Apocalypse. When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. But there are still lots of interesting things you can do.
Oh, that's all right then.
During a zombie apocalypse, shops may reduce their opening hours, telephone and broadband coverage is likely to be patchy, and the police may be very busy. Minor crimes such as looting can be easily dealt with by neighbours working together. It could be secret military experiments or a viral pandemic. Oh no! It might be cosmic rays or reading some Latin-style words aloud from a forbidden codex. It could even be a fungal infection like athlete's foot, but one that explodes mushrooms through your face and makes you eat everybody. There are so many ways for people to turn into zombies. In an emergency, the authorities use secret phrases to alert one another without panicking the public. Stay informed by listening for coded announcements such as, "Inspector Sands has risen from the grave," and "Would Dr. Strong please return to the morgue?" The Walking Dead spend a lot of time bashing themselves against windows. Maybe it's all the flies in their brains. Len has gathered a group of fellow survivors together. He would defend them with his life. "We are like a family," says Len proudly. Len never talked to his real family much before the world ended. which made it easier to bludgeon his slavering mother to a pulp yesterday with a tent mallet. That man is waving, Dad, says Leo. He might need help. Take the controls, Leo, says Dad. We cannot be too careful. Katie is excited. Dad has never taken a headshot from this distance before. Zombies like shopping centres. There are so many inside this one that the best idea is to blend in. Shamble around, slump on a bench, go glassy-eyed, moan and drool, smear your face with ketchup, just like you might normally do in a shopping centre. Lara has constructed her own homemade flamethrower. The flamethrower has turned the walking corpses into burning walking corpses. Now everything they touch catches fire. This did not happen with the cricket bat, thinks Lara. Todd has spent his whole life worrying about what he would do in the event of a zombie attack. Terrorism, nuclear proliferation, environmental collapse, and global inequality seem so unimportant now. Todd is glad he did not waste any of his life worrying about them. What will it be like after the end of the world? Maybe colourful gangs of crazy looters will chase each other in souped-up ultra trucks covered in spikes and guns. Or maybe they won't. Giles and Peter are civil servants. They hid in the basement of the Treasury when the rest of the government started eating each other. Now they are all that's left. Giles and Peter have found 2 white coats and a pile of cones. Order will be restored soon, says Giles hopefully. Is the sun meant to be like that, Dad? asks Alfie. Alfie and Dad run.
Yeah.
Conlon and Degsy are raiding a stockade. They have killed everyone using their spades and can now look for food. They have found 1 box of tins and 1 box of salted peanuts. This box contains dozens of human ears. They will not take this box. Dickon has found a telephone box and is calling for help. The emergency services are out of action and he cannot remember MD's number because he usually uses a smartphone. Maybe one of the ladies on these postcards can help, thinks Dickon. Some people say civilization after a zombie apocalypse will go back to the Stone Age. Nobody tidies up or collects the bins. The electricity keeps going off. There are dead bodies piled up in the streets. It's actually more like the 1970s. In films about zombies, people do foolish things. They go down into the fruit cellar for safety. They hope a bite will get better in the morning. They think growling, drooling men are probably just tramps. People in zombie films have not watched enough zombie films.
It's true.
Sebastian is manning the Ventnor comm station on the Isle of Wight. An island is a safe place to be because it's easily quarantined, but supplies from the mainland can be irregular. If the islanders find out Sebastian's hoarding the last roll of toilet paper, they will break in and kill him. Oh dear. Toby is a vegetarian and will not eat rat. He's been looking for fresh vegetables for weeks. Yesterday he found a botany laboratory. It was full of walking, stinging plants. Toby now has a heightened sense of hearing and irony. Andy finds it easier to shoot zombies in the head if he pretends he's playing a video game. The baddies in video games were often zombies. This is because zombies bought far fewer video games than Russians, Germans, terrorists, or robots. William and his family have found a beautiful patch of countryside, free from infection. No explosions or screams, says William. Just birdsong. A colony of infected bats can reduce a human body to a skeleton in 20 minutes. Careful, says Catherine. This house is booby-trapped. The children step over the tripwire at the front door. If they are lucky, they will find food and ammunition inside. If they are very lucky, the cat that just jumped through the window will not set off the rest of the traps. The sun is going down. I do hope we see it come up again tomorrow, says Mark. So do I, said Joanne. Mark and Joanne double-check the nails around the window. Yesterday, all the water caught fire. Today, the very big bees are coming. The end of the world is full of surprises. The end. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the wee bell notification. Thank you to all my wonderful subscribers and patrons. See you next week. Bye bye.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, we have to watch out for that zombie attack.
Yep. And don't hoard the toilet paper, see?
We've got an
toilet
advantage. We
paper.
already know about zombies.
I was going to do that. I mean, I've had it for ages. I was going to do it, but 3 or 4 months ago, and I thought, maybe not the best time.
Possibly, yes.
But the toilet paper one went down well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your lot.
TB.
That looks like that's your lot for tonight. We had John. Alan's not here at the moment. He had to. Looks like he had to do something. We had Armandio Avogandro. I don't know if I can say his name properly. Peter, Pip, Farmer, Big Blue, Professor Phil. Who do we have out there? Hey, Crafty, you just dropped in at the wrong end, Crafty. No Name, Carl, Miro, Fred, Demon, Dartman. Who else was out there? Sabeagle. I know I'm going to miss a few again, like I normally do. Oh, thanks God, it's flat. Always turns up. Oh dear. Oh well. Good night, Peanuts. Good night, panel.
Good night, Peanuts.
Night, Peanuts.
Night, Paradise Nuts.
Paradise Nuts.
You sure,
Which
you
are
haven't, you
currently-
sure we haven't had that one
which are-
before?
I think I
Bye-bye,
might have.
everybody.
They are apparently a good source of selenium.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey, Peter.